Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session of Roll for Damage. Uh, where a group of us geeky friends decided to get together and showcase our storytelling through Dungeons and Dragons for all of the interwebs. I don't really have any major announcements today. As you can see, I ended up with a fucking terrible eye infection, and it's really gross to look at, so I'm just patching it up so that no one has to get a look at that fun jazz. So yeah, that's why that's the way it is. I don't think we have any real big announcements. I did some streaming of Resident Evil 3. I was gonna do Final Fantasy 7, but I just didn't because it's a really long game, and to pick it up every single time I stop is just too much. And honestly, it didn't seem like there was like a huge viewing for it, just because I know my schedule is not like super spot on. So maybe we'll figure out something that where we can like actually schedule something more regularly, that we can actually be on time so that people can get like used to the schedule for that. But yeah, I think that's it. So I think that means that we can get into tonight's session of Roll for Damage. All right, so let me just find my music. All right. So, last we left off, the group gathered together, having spent an evening under the stars and in the open, began their travel southward through the Free Kingdoms towards Avonhurst Rise. On their first day of travel, they were contacted by their new friend, Lex, who explained that if they were heading down, it was going to take them a while, and they'd likely have to pass through a few cities. And one of the first cities that they were coming upon, Ivor, there was someone that she was looking for information on as someone who she had previously worked with, and had been a part of her organization, had stopped communicating and hadn't reported back to the Shattered Blades, and she wasn't sure if this person had defected, gotten in trouble, gotten hurt, or whatnot, but that there was information that they were settled down under a new alias in the town, and she simply wanted the group to figure out what happened and see if they could get this person to come back to Dash. the group agreed and continued to make their way through the sort of hilly plains of the Free Kingdoms towards Ivor. On the second day, they came upon a broken down caravan where one of the wagons had broken a wheel somewhere along the road. Using their various skills and tools at their disposal, and with some of the tools that the merchants themselves could provide, the group managed to hobble together the wheel to work well enough to hopefully get them to Dash unhindered, so that they could then make sure that they repair it fully there and get their businesses set up in the city while they were there for the period of time. Being thanked for their help, they were given some studded leather armor, which Oriana is now donning, and they continued on their way for one more day of uneventful travel until they came upon, in the evening, the village of Ivor, which is settled along sort of a lakeside. It's not large, it's very quaint, and they headed towards the tavern in the city, or in the village, and settled down for the evening to try and figure out what to kind of do next, and where they should kind of look for information on this person. They met the innkeeper, and he was a bit of a character, and they got rooms, settled in, while Dobby decided to do a little bit of scouting on his own, finding out some subset of information, but nothing concrete. The group contacted Lex with not very much information, trying to sort of prod her about anything else, and she basically rebuffed them and told them not to bother her unless they had something useful to tell her about. The group went to sleep for the evening, awoke, and everyone kind of had their own plan of how they were going to gather information, as everyone sort of split off to figure out any more about this mysterious figure, Vithar Saloon. So, what would you like to do?
I thought we were gonna continue the plan. It's the next morning, right?
Yeah, you all were choosing, some of you were choosing to go in certain directions. Some were going to go help the town, some were going to go see if, I think Dobby's plan was to wait until later in the afternoon to get a bunch of people drunk and see if they loosened their lips, but everyone kind of had their own idea of what they wanted to do, so I'm waiting for you guys to let me know what exactly you would like to do.
Okay.
So, is anyone going to hit up like a job board or something?
Sure, I'll come along with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go along for that.
So I think that's the plan. We'll go hit up a job board.
And if there isn't one, I would just find the local blacksmith shop, because that's the first thing I would think of.
Okay. Dobby chimes in. Okay, that might be bad for me because I kind of blew my cover, and I don't want you guys to be kind of connected with me, especially with the guards. So I'm gonna stay.
Stay here.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. Well, I'm gonna.
Good idea.
I'm gonna kind of maybe a little bit, maybe walk. Well, actually, well, no, I'm gonna stay here. Best bet to keep my face from being seen. But I give him. Can I give him a detailed description? Did I see the guard's face that I talked to?
Yeah, you talked to him, so...
All right, cool. So can I give them a description of his face?
Yeah. He was, he had a well-trimmed sort of beard and mustache, dark black hair, blue eyes, human, probably, I mean, it'd probably be hard for Dobby to tell, but he seemed fairly tall, not as tall as like Sinric or Quinn or Baltaim, but maybe in the like 5'11" range, maybe 6 foot, and was in the guard uniform, and he was patrolling in the evening. But he gives you a description of him. You didn't get his name.
Got you. Yeah, I didn't get his name, but I did get. I heard Ricard for the other guard that he was talking to and relieved.
Yeah.
So I didn't get his personal name. So yeah, I'm talking. I'm talking to them. I explain it. I'm like, okay, cool. This is the description of the guy that I talked to. That was not liking that I was asking for the thaw. So yes, maybe steer clear from him. You know what I mean?
I don't think
Okay.
you should have a problem.
Other than that, go wild, but don't go too wild.
I mean, to be fair, the only people we really have to worry about going too wild would be, well, you. And we are leaving you here alone, so.
I didn't want to say it out loud, but
Well, someone needed to, because, I mean, the last time we left you for any length of time, again, you went face first into the side of a building.
Okay.
Well, he was
First off-
assisted with that.
First off,
Oh,
I was
he was?
assisted. I was assisted with it by Sinric over here. Okay, that was first bit. Okay. Secondly, I just found out that I got cursed by some god that wants to kill me. Okay, so I'm blowing off some steam.
True enough.
You see this face right now? Okay. This is Dobby Ponds, and this is go time, baby. Okay. This is business, Dobby, not party, Dobby. Party, Dobby comes later.
If you say so.
Yeah.
I really don't see the difference.
Right. I
I
mean,
wasn't gonna
I've
say it
seen-
out loud. But
Okay. Well, you seem like you're not gonna say anything out loud, Paul. Huh? Maybe come up with your own things instead of trying to piggyback on somebody else.
Okay,
Alright,
let's not
you,
start that again.
you get a drink, Dobby.
I'm not gonna be drinking. I'm gonna get other people drinks. Okay.
Right.
I got 70 gold on me. I'm gonna be loosening some lips over here.
Okay.
Right, let's hope that works. Meantime, then we can head out, try to find someone around here that would be willing to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where are the rest of you? Are the rest of you going as a group?
Well, I thought that was planned. Maybe go look for a job board or something, or
Mm-hmm.
something we can do just for the early part of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if there is no job board, then the first thing Quinn would gravitate towards is just you trying to find the local smithy.
Okay. So you do you go out and you ask around if there's a local job board, and you find one sort of in the center of the village. It's fairly easy to find. It's maybe like a 5-minute walk from where the tavern is, and you see things that are needed. There are a couple of fishing trips going out on the lake. If anyone could join the fishermen, they would be paid based on their catch to bring in
That's
food for the
right up
village.
my alley.
There is a request for hunters to help catch game just outside of the village. If anyone was willing to come along for that, as sometimes those hunts could get a little more dangerous than anything else, because there are some indigenous beasts that can be temperamental, and so it's just asking for anyone to come along, again, offering to pay for any game caught and provide parts of the beasts that are retrieved, basically. So if you want like meat or pelt, being willing to sort of like split that. Other than that, there is also a request for help gathering berries by the lake, as this city is known for their stingweed berries that are used in jams and jellies, and for wine. And so there is a request for anyone to come and help pick berries for the day. Again, getting a small pay for the labor help.
Stingberries does not have a
Stingweed
delightful sounded name to it. Gonna pass on that one.
No, we all know where you're going.
Yeah, I think that harvesting or hunting will sit you, Perry, don't you?
Yeah, I was gonna go see about the berry picking. Hunting is not exactly my strong suit. Um, it's a little harder to hunt carefully when you shapeshift.
That's fair.
I'm not sure the hunting will work that well for me because I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not the quietest, and I don't want to scare the game away.
I don't particularly see anything that would necessarily fall in my wheelhouse either.
So what are you guys doing?
Well,
I am going to go berry picking.
Okay.
I mean, you could
Can you
be
guys hear me?
muscle or
Yeah, I can hear
human
you.
for
I might
a hunting
glitch.
party.
So those are the only 3 jobs?
Yeah.
The hunting, berries, and fish?
Yep.
Hmm.
That needs doing right now.
And should we spread out a little bit, we might be able to case more people and then group up afterwards and potentially have a lead.
That is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Perry, you're heading off sort of towards the lake area where they've explained like you can meet the rest of the group of laborers that are going to go on this
Yep.
sort of forage for the berries. Okay, so Perry walks off towards the lake. I assume Cynric, you're also off walking off towards the lake, towards like the docks where the boats are.
Yep.
Okay, so Cynric and Perry sort of walk towards the lake. What are the rest of you doing?
Can I ask around to see if there's a library or some other, like, place of learning in this village?
Sure. Go ahead and make a, I'll just say an investigation.
Good
As
at
you
those.
start talking to a few people
Famous
around.
last words.
Shut up. 13.
13. Okay, yeah, it's a small village. You ask, and a couple of villagers point you and say, "There's not really a library. There's a small bookshop, like very small, just about 5 minutes down the road, and they point you to it, where they sell various like books on all different kind of things, but not really a library." They say we're a very small village and we don't really have that kind of thing. If you're looking for like archives of knowledge, you're going to want to go to a larger city like Dash, or maybe even Metrin or Avonhurst itself, if you're looking for more like religious texts or things about history.
I'll thank thank you very much, and I will go head over to the bookshop.
Okay, so Oriana's heading to the bookshop. Quinn and Baltaim, what are you guys doing?
None of the jobs are really anything that I would, be suited for. So yeah, I would basically just ask around and see where the blacksmith does business.
Okay.
Because I know there has to be one.
Yeah, you ask, and you're pointed to a blacksmith shop, maybe 5 minutes from the tavern called Portia's Poker.
Okay. And I would just head in and find the person that looks like they're in charge.
Okay, and Baltaim, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna follow Quinn for just a little
Okay.
bit. See what this resolves in.
Okay, so I'll do Oriana first. Oriana,
Okay.
you head over to the bookshop. It's just called Welt's Books. And you head inside, and a little ding 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 ding. And you see an older man come around the sort of come from the back area. You see only maybe 2 shelves of books. It's a very small shop. Looks almost to be like the front of someone's actual house. And they've set it up as sort of a shop. And this older gentleman comes from behind. He goes, he's human, tuft of sort of gray, sort of unkempt hair, large sort of glasses on his face, and he, customer, I've not seen you around here before. You must be new to town. Can I help you?
Yes, I am in fact new to town. I was fun. Well, thank you. May I get your name, sir?
Oh, it's well.
Oh, Oriana. I
Oriana.
should have guessed from the sign outside.
It's hard to know if that's like, a name or something. Anyways, no problem. What can I help you with?
Well, I was looking to come peruse your selection. It's a bit small.
Yeah,
yes.
we're a small village, so I only get the most up and coming of fiction and non-fiction, really. The latest new releases as best as I can. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just walk over to the shelf and kind of look through anything catching my eye.
You see a couple of like new sort of story tales. One is called The Dragon's Wing. Another called Beneath the Hells. Seeming to be like sort of fantasy-esque, like fictional novels. You kind of walk over to the other section, and you see a couple of books on just the free kingdoms themselves, how they were established beyond the other sort of nations, that kind of thing.
How much is this one about the three kingdoms, or the free kingdoms? Excuse me.
That one just gives you a lay of the land, and that one is 2 silver.
2 silver. Okay, I will get my money open. I will hand him. I will hand him 4 silver.
Oh, I think you paid me too much here.
Oh no, it's extra. You were so kind and so helpful to me.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm a shopkeep and I want people to come back to my business, so being grumpy probably wouldn't do me any favors, but I appreciate it. Is there anything else I can get for you?
Just out of curiosity, is a small selection because of the size of the town, or is it more just that people are not that interested in the stories?
Oh, the size of the town mostly. I still do, well enough business to keep myself running and to feed myself and my wife, but it's a small village, so having a large bookshop would cost me more to bring all the books in than to sell them all. So I just try to get what I think would be the most interesting. Usually when the traveling merchants come through, I'll ask them to procure some of the latest as they move through the various towns.
Are you a particular collector of knowledge as well, or if I'm a traveler myself, if I find something interesting, is there a specific field of studies that you?
No, but I try to have a good mix of both, fantasy fiction and like history or worldly tomes that are actually about Aotania itself. So if you find anything that really speaks to you and you end up coming back this way, I'd be happy to hear about it. And if I don't have it, I'd love to put it on my shelves.
Oh, most certainly. I will keep an eye out for you. And if I am ever back, I will make sure to stop in.
Great. Well, it was lovely to meet you, Oriana, and safe travels.
Pleasure meeting you too, sir. And I'll just kind of like bow my head a little to him and take my new book.
All right. So you get your book and head out. All right. Quinn and Baltaim. Yep. You head to Portia's Poker. And as you get there, you find this shop in the middle of the village. There's a cart outside of it, just off to sort of the right-hand side, selling fresh jams. You see, it's a simple wooden building with several shuttered windows, and it contains a set of gold scales and large pillars covered in weaponry to signify that this is the blacksmith. As you sort of step inside, you see a small woman hammering with sort of a mask over her face, this blade, and ting, ting, ting. It's quite hot in here, and you see that though the building itself is wooden, the inner walls seem to be sort of lined with some sort of like plaster or clay, so that the forge and the fire and the heat won't actually like burn down the home itself, or the shop itself. And she's over one of the benches. You see with this like bright red piece of metal, and she's tang, tang.
Okay. And is she the only one in there?
At the moment, yes.
Okay. Well, I would wait until I can get her attention, not try and get in the way of work, but whenever she's looking in my direction, just try and wave her.
Okay, yeah, you you head over. There's like a sort of like a front sort of desk area, front counter, and you see like a little bell, and you kind of like ding it, and then and she looks up and looks over with this like mask over her face, and and nods for a second, and puts the metal in a what do they call it, the quench bucket or whatever, and it's and then sets it down with the hammer, takes the mask off her head, and sets it over. You see that she's scrawny, and as she takes the mask off, you see that she has blonde hair, but it seems patchy. Perhaps from working in the heat, she's accidentally caught some of her hair on fire, and she's had to kind of like cut it down. She wears a lot of layers of old clothing, and she kind of has like a hunchback as she walks over. And yeah, her hair is cut short, and she has these large spiked bangs in the front. And she has these smiling gray eyes as she looks at you, and she goes, "Oh, hello.
All right, Mom.
What can I do for you?"
Actually, so the other way around. I was wondering if there's anything I can do for you if you needed any help working in the shop. I'm an experienced hand with a hammer. I've been working at a smithy since I could walk, and I'm just coming through town. Need a little work if I could.
Well, I don't have work right now, my friend. I mean, I have the work that I'm doing, but I couldn't pay you. I wish I could use you right now, but I'm not all that busy. The most recent hunters have gotten all their weapons ready, and this is the last commission I have right now. Apologize. I'd love to help you out.
Well, maybe we could work out some sort of trade then, because if you can't pay me in money, perhaps you could just pay me in maybe answering a question or two around the town.
Yes.
Are you?
Looking for someone?
You're both looking for work?
Most of my friend he's probably a little bit better with a hammer than I would be.
Okay, well, I suppose I can answer questions for you. If that's what you are looking for, I mean, it depends on the questions too. I'm only a humble blacksmith, so you know, I know what I know and no more than that. And if you're gonna be prying into strange things, I don't know you, but yeah, of course, if you want to ask about the town, I'm happy to have you here. I apologize. I wish I could pay you, but we're a very small village. You obviously are new here. I've never seen your faces, so you might not know. But yeah, we tend to need people to help hunt and fish, to gather crops and to gather food for the village and for the various establishments and families living here. But yeah, general weapon requests are few and far between unless travelers like yourselves come in. And then sometimes I'll get a commission or two. This one's for one of the hunters. But sure, if you want to help with this one, you're welcome to come on board if you got nothing better to do.
That sounds fine for me, honestly. I haven't had a chance to practice in a few weeks, so it'd be nice to do something I'm actually good at, to be honest.
Well, I've started on the blade over here. If you want to continue, I can get working on the crossguard and the hilt.
That sounds fine.
You might want to take off all of that, though. Working in a forge in heavy armor is not conducive to the work. You'll exhaust yourself before you get a few hours in.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. I'm wondering where I could put it.
Just behind the counter here.
close.
If you're helping me, it'll be safe here. No one's gonna be coming in. It's a small shop. We'll see if anyone tries to come by, but yeah, you put it behind the counter here.
Okay. So, excuse me. So I'll do that. I'll just, start getting the.
Are you just gonna stand here and watch, my tall friend?
I would love to be assistance, but I'm afraid, as unlike my friend here, I'm not as skilled or knowledgeable about how to do any of this.
Right. So, I mean, you're welcome to just stand around, but it might get hot, and well, you do what you want. And she'll take you, Quinn, over to the she'll wait for you to get your armor off and get yourself situated appropriately, and she'll hand you over an apron, so that you don't get your clothes ruined by the soot and the ash of the forge, and then she'll give you gloves and a mask as well, and she'll say, okay, over here, you'll have to fire up the blade again and get it hot enough, and then we can continue to form it properly.
Okay. And yeah, I would give that. I would go ahead and start.
Okay, so you get yourself ready, and you start to take that large piece of metal and stoke it in the forge, and you watch her sort of hobble over to another sort of bench, and you see her starting to put together the crossguard and the hilt of the blade. And Baltame, at this point, are you doing anything? They're starting to work together.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of take off my chest piece of my armor, because it says it's gonna get hot, and I'll just kind of just sit around. I'm just watching a little bit.
Okay, yeah, she brings over a chair for you, and she lets you kind of sit there, and she offers you a glass of water.
Okay, yeah, I'd probably take it, and just,
okay.
Try not to be
So you guys are starting that. All right, Peregrine. You and Cynric walk down sort of to the docks, and then you kind of break off to the left-hand side, where you see a group of both women and men sort of gathered in a group, looking to be getting sort of different sort of what look like almost gardening tools and baskets, some kind of shears, almost to obviously maybe cut and harvest these berries. And you see them over, and then Cynric, you continue kind of walking down the docks towards the boats. So Perry, you head over to this group, and they look over at you, and one of the women looks up, and she's got sort of blonde hair, human, and she says, "Oh, hello, can we help you?"
Hi, I saw a notice on your job board that you were looking for people to help with berry picking.
Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry, we don't usually get very many visitors who want to do this kind of work. If you're willing to help, we can pay you 3 silver for the day.
Oh, that'd be fine. I'd love to help.
Okay, great. Just grab some of the implements over there in a basket, and we'll start heading down towards the lake. The berries all grow really, really close to the water. They feed on, I guess, the moisture and the wetness of the earth there. And
Okay.
we'll show you what you need to do in order to get set up.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. And I'm
Of
going to go
course.
and gather the things. And
Okay.
go
So you
down
gather
to
the things and start heading down, and as you're like walking down there, she's explaining to you about like the stingweed berries, and she says there are thorns on the bushes, so just be careful. We give you gloves, but sometimes they can poke through. They're not poisonous. They just sting a little, and usually the area that they poke might throb a little bit. So just be careful as best as you can. We generally try to clip them on the end, and then after we've clipped a sort of a bushel off, then we'll pick them apart and leave them in the basket. But we think that's usually the safest way to do it. Yeah, you're welcome to watch us once or twice before you go ahead yourselves.
Well, I've picked berries before. I can manage.
Okay, if you know what you're doing, then that's great. Just giving you the heads up. So
I appreciate it.
you head down, and they give you like an area of the bushes to begin working on. Sinric, you head towards the docks, and you see a group of fishermen and like very like small fishing vessels, like maybe could house like 2 to 3 people on them, just a couple of them, and you see them getting ready to head out for the day to fish. And as you come up, one of the sort of probably captains of the boats looks up and says, "Oh, you're new around here. Can I help you?"
You looking for an additional deckhand to
Oh,
catch
you
some
saw
fish?
the posting, huh?
We're passing through town, and well, I'm kind of bored this morning, and figure I'd offer some help.
Oh, we'll take it. So you'll get 50% of what you catch, and 3 silver for the time out.
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right. So hop on. Do you have all your own tackle and gear, or are you gonna need to borrow some?
I have a rod and tackle with me.
All right. Well, we can get you set up with bait, no problem.
Let us be on our way.
All right, and he starts to unravel the rope that keeps the boat held to the dock, and you guys head on, and you begin to make your way out towards the lake. Dobby, what are you doing? Are you just hanging out in the tavern?
Yeah, because is Randall there right now?
Yeah.
Somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, can I do a perception check to see if there's anybody else here, or is it just me and him?
Right now it's just you and him.
Gotcha.
Breakfast
Cool.
time like ended, and most of the other like there was only like 1 or 2 people in, and they've left. They've since left.
Alright, cool. So I start talking to Randall. I'm like, so what? Have you always been here, Randall? Or are you one of the newly antiquated into this town?
No, man. I took this business over from my parents. They're no longer around, but yeah, no, I've been here my whole life. It's a small village, but the lake's pretty cool, and I enjoy swimming. So yeah, it's pretty safe. We don't usually get hit by any like weird stuff. Our hunters are pretty capable of any like kind of beasts that try to encroach upon the village, but we're pretty one with nature. We're pretty zen.
Yo, mad zen. I feel that, my man. So yeah, it's gotta be crazy living in the same town all your life. I mean, personally for me, I go from Dash, fast city life.
Yeah.
Being here, it's kind of weird. I'm really outside of my how do you say, element.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not really feeling zen right now.
oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't know how to help you. There's not much more zen than nature and peace and just the sound of nature. I don't know how to help you with that. I mean, do you want something to take the edge off? Is that what you're asking
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
me?
whoa! You got something to take the edge off, my man?
I mean, yeah, we live in nature. There's tons of herbs around here, you know?
What are we talking about, man?
I mean,
Got some of that sugar seed, you know? Some
yeah.
shrooms.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, cool. I fuck with that.
All right. Well, I can get you some. I mean, how zen are you looking to feel?
I plan to get fucked up.
Okay. Well, sure. 1 gold, and I should be able to get you a good half an ounce.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
All right.
Also, another question, Randall, real quick, just sorry to bother you, man. I know I'm chilling on your vibes, bro.
No, it's fine, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you your stuff, and yeah, it'll all be all right. It'll all be
Yeah.
mellow.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like, is there some type of like a mayor here, or do you have like an elected like elder or something, man?
No, not really. We just, it's such a small village. We're what, like, maybe like, oh, how many people do we even have here? Like 60 or 70 people in this village.
Wow,
Pretty much.
60, 70 people.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't really need a mayor. We have the guard. They're kind
Got
of,
you.
you know, they make sure everything stays safe and orderly and within the law. But yeah, we don't have like a mayor that like tells us when to, you know, curfew or anything like that. We kind of have a town council that we get together sometimes to go over anything important, but that only happens when, you know, important decisions have to be made. We usually make an announcement in the town circle there and the main area. You've probably passed by it, and then we just, you know, we get together in the evening, you know, before dark and go over whatever's important. But again, that only happens when we really need to talk about something.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like you'd have to have like a council or something, you know. Especially like, I guess if, you know, someone would want to move here, you know, they'd have to go with the council and stuff and get like approval or something. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to move here, yeah. I mean, we don't really stop people from moving here. I don't really think you can like tell someone they're not allowed to live somewhere if they like build a house there and buy land there.
Well, I'm getting the vibes off you, my man. It's a small community, man. I mean, if I moved here, if I wanted to move here, I mean, I'd want to get approval, you know.
Okay. I mean, I guess you could do that, but it's less you need to get approval and more you buy a patch of land and then it's yours and you own it.
Oh.
That's
yeah.
usually how it works most places. You pay your taxes, you pay, you know, your dues, and you're a part of the town.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, in a small town, it takes a little bit for people to warm up to you.
Oh yeah,
because you know we're all close with one another.
Just...
But you know, we've had people move here every once in a while. You
oh,
know.
Okay. Oh, who's moved here recently?
Oh, recently? I don't think anyone recently.
Got you.
I mean, you know, it's like it's a small town. Like who really? I mean, most people like you come in from a big city or are travelers traveling through all these cities, you know, they don't want to stop here and live the quiet life. Like they mostly just want to like move on and see the next adventure, you know.
I get you. I mean, I used
are
to
you
be about
looking
that
to
life.
buy? I don't know if there's any land for sale right now. There may be. You'd have to talk to the guard. That's the best they're usually the ones who have all the deeds, and
Okay.
will allow you to see if there's land that you can purchase. But if that's what you're looking to do, I can see why you need the shrooms.
Yeah, don't want to do those gods, man.
No, that's not. I mean, you seem like a pretty high-strung dude. Like you seem like this
Yeah,
is.
I need to
You're
mellow
just
out,
telling me like that. This is not the life for you, so I can see that
Well, no,
if you're
no,
planning
no.
to move here,
Okay,
it's gonna be a tough adjustment for you.
Yeah, I mean, my
I don't judge.
ladies.
It's cool. It's cool, man.
Yeah. I had a lady and she wanted to move out in a small type of town, village like this,
And you told her no, and she broke up with you.
Nah, she died before we could
Oh
get
man.
it done. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Life's tough.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to get fucked up by some shrooms.
Well, I can get right on that for you. Okay, just sit tight.
Cool. Appreciate it, Randall.
He heads off into the back area.
Okay.
All right. Back to Oriana. After you get your book, and what are you planning on doing? You're muted.
Thank you. I'll just put the book in my bag. Gosh. I was really hoping there'd be something to do at the bookstore. I will just... Is there like a town center?
Yeah, that was where the job board was. The town circle.
Do I do the super stereotype thing and just put a cap out and play music?
Yeah.
Is that what you're planning to do? Just busk?
Do it.
Do it.
I say go for it.
Yes, with the idea of gathering people.
Okay.
And then like during break, pauses between performances, maybe asking some questions to some people if they're
Okay.
gathered.
So you go to the town center, and there's like a little little statuette of like some sort of like forested area. It's just like a very pretty picturesque sort of statue, and you set your stuff down and pull out your violin and put the case that you have for it out. As a like a piece in front of you to
Thinking about actually how Oriana would approach this, she wouldn't put the case out necessarily. She'd probably just play. And
okay,
attack
so you're
people.
just okay. So you put
Yeah.
then you just put your case like against the statue, just like upright.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you begin playing. Go ahead and make a performance.
Okay, I'm terrible at these.
Yes.
See?
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So you begin
18.
playing, and you're just playing nicely. You see a few of the guards kind of like stop and listen, but they notice that you're just there playing nice music, and a few of them kind of nod along as they continue sort of on their patrols through the village. You do see a couple of people kind of walking through to do some kind of like shopping, stop for a few moments to listen to you and kind of listen to you play a song. You don't get a gathering, but you do get like one or two people that have kind of like stopped to listen, and they kind of nod along and smile, and like if you play like a faster jaunt, they kind of like clap along to it
Yeah.
a little bit. But yeah, you get one or two people who kind of stop and wait until you finish your song before they begin to like kind of start to walk away.
Okay, well, that accomplishes my goals.
Okay. Okay, so you
Making myself known.
Okay. Quinn.
Yep.
You are in the smithing shop and you are beginning to start to bang out this sword. That she's explained to you how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a long sword-esque blade. So go ahead and make me a blacksmith tools using for this strength.
Okay. And
Give me my energy.
actually, I was debating: do I want to enhance ability on this one? Because if it's going to be strength based, then I got bull strength for that. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do that. So that would give me advantage.
So you're gonna cast magic.
Yeah.
Okay. So you begin casting your spell, and I believe it's verbal and somatic for enhanced ability.
I believe. Let me double check that. Sure is.
Yeah. So yeah, you begin, you get over there, and you're kind of like standing there, and you begin sort of your incantation and like moving your hands, and you see sort of the flash of like the greenish energy as your body is sort of engulfed in the energy of the Wild Mother, and the goddess of nature, and you feel the strength come into you, and you see Portia look over at you and give you like a strange look, but then she just goes back to working on the hilt.
Cool. So, all right, here we go then. That means I'm going to take advantage. So, awesome. Let's hope this doesn't suck. Seriously, roll. There we go.
Okay. So you tang, 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 and like flip the blade, tang, tang, and you feel like you're making good progress. It's gonna take you probably like a good like 30 minutes to like bang this into the shape that you want it to be before you're gonna have to take it.
For an hour.
Yeah, before you're gonna have to take it over to sort of the grinder to start to sort of grind and polish the metal. So yeah, you're able to do that. After about a half an hour, you get it into the shape, and you head over to the grinder and sort of, well, you stoke the blade, and then you take it over to the sort of grinder, and you begin sort of polishing and grinding the blade down into sort of the edge that you need for it to be. Go ahead and make another blacksmith tools, this time with dexterity.
Crap.
As you need to kind of work the ability to kind of in and out, like make sure that you're not grinding the blade too hard. You kind of have to be, like, this is more of like a fast hands or delicate hands.
All right, cool. Let's see how this goes. Ooh.
Okay, it's not a super hard check. You're just you manage to get the grinder creating the blade that you need, and you make sure that the tip is nice and sharp, and you kind of like finish with the edge of the blade, and you kind of lay it back on the bench, and you see Portia sort of hobble over, and she goes, "Alrighty then. I've got the hilt and the crossguard. Let's see if we can put these together." And that took you about another, I'd say, half an hour or so.
Okay, so
she starts to feed the tang end of the blade into sort of the hilt and crossguard, and then she is kind of like wrapping the like leather around it to strengthen it, and also she says, "Okay, now we need to anchor the hilt. If you could just grab those bolts over there, we're gonna anchor it in."
Cool. So I'll grab a one and then just.
Okay. So you go and you help her, and you screw in the hilt to sit properly in the crossguard, properly on the blade, and she continues sort of wrapping the leather around sort of the hilt where the handle will be for the sword. After maybe I'd say like this whole thing takes maybe like 2.5 hours. You have a decent enough blade. There's going to be a little bit more sort of polish that will have to happen on the blade. But she says, well, I think we're pretty far along. We just need to do a little bit more work on the blade here, make it a little bit more polished, and then we're good. We can. Well, I suppose you can take a lunch break or whatever it is that you like to do.
Right. I think I might. I do have one question for me.
Yes.
Do you happen to know someone named Vathar? Vathar Saloon?
Why are you asking?
A friend of mine sent me through town and asked if I could just find this person while I'm here. I'm actually on my way off to. I gotta remember the name of this.
Avonhurst.
There we go. Avonhurst Rise. And
Oh, you're heading to Avonhurst, huh?
I am. And since I was here, I was asked to see if I could inquire about this person because my friend's a bit worried.
Who's your friend?
The name was Al, I think. They were just concerned about them. We're not even quite sure who. Just want to know if he was still alive.
Make a deception.
I think it's not me doing it.
If only the tiefling was there.
I mean,
He's a warlock. He's got charisma.
Come on.
Okay.
It's not bad.
14.
Yeah, 14.
Ow.
I was.
Not bad.
I don't know if it was.
Well, cute
okay.
with Quinn with him, he wasn't getting advantage with that, right? Like,
Well, I didn't
No.
think I was.
He was
I
he
didn't
was
think I
being
lying.
deceptive. Yeah, you were. You were saying
Yeah.
like, we don't know this person, and I think that was a complete lie.
Oh, I was saying that we don't know Vathar.
No, but you were
no,
like,
but they were
Yeah.
asking you.
and you were saying
who was the
Al,
friend
which
that
is
asked you.
not really who's asked. Anyway,
Right.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. She goes, Al. Never heard of an L. Why would a person into magics be looking for Vathar?
I wouldn't say I'm not into magic. I just happen to need a little help because I'm a bit rusty. At,
Well,
smithing.
you can cast.
Not that much.
You're lying.
I'm not. I do a few things maybe, but
The symbol on your collar says otherwise. And you're heading to Avonhurst, which is the religious center of all of Aotania, pretty much.
you know, because I have a lot of questions that need answered, and that's where I'm supposed to go. Also, I'm trying to find someone myself. I was told they were heading that direction. There's a lot of reasons I'm heading that way. And
You know, when you ask about someone, it's better to be honest and truthful rather than hiding things in mistruths and half-truths and sometimes lies. If you'd
Well,
just been
we were-
honest in the first place, I wouldn't be questioning why you're here in a small town asking about someone when I've never seen you in my life before. And you're just coming in and somehow you know a villager's name. Vathar does live here. I'll give you that much. Because you're asking strange questions. But that's all I'm going to give you. If you know them and your friend knows them, then they should know where they live and what they do here in the village.
well, if they do, I'll be honest with you, because I don't want you to think we've been trying to lie. I, for one, am complete shite at it, and
I know.
thank you. I told you what we were told as far as if they know where they live or they know what to do. That wasn't getting mentioned to us. It's more like we're trying to do a favor in passing for someone.
Where's your friend from?
They're from Dash. In fairness, we don't. We were told that they might be in some trouble, so we were supposed to keep it who's who of how we find them. We don't know who to trust per se. And I do apologize for telling not the whole truth to you. You've been gracious to us in your store.
If you want to meet Vithar, I can set something up for you. But it's going to be on our terms as a village.
That's fine. That's
quite all right.
I think we've gotten off on our own foot. We're not trying to pull anything. We literally just want to make sure whether or not they are,
good. Then
alive or wet and well, and if they will, say as much to the person that's making us ask about them. We really do not want anything to happen to anyone. We just want to do this while we're going through town, hopefully help someone that's helped us, and be on our way.
All right, so I'll set something up. I'll set something up for this evening.
Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
Can I insight check this? just saying. Don't stop there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
This is how we end up in a dungeon in a small town.
Yep.
They don't have enough cells for all of us.
I mean, she doesn't seem like she's lying about anything.
Yeah, does she seem malicious? I can tell.
No.
Okay.
Just she seems very guarded.
Okay.
But it's hard to tell much else about, like, where she's coming from. All right. Well, take your lunch. And we'll finish this blade after you take a break. And maybe if you say you're so good at blacksmith tools, next time you won't need your magic to help you in the forge. Someone who's grown up with it, huh?
I did, but honestly, I wanted to make sure I didn't do a shit job on the thing that you wanted me to do, because the idea of trying to help was actually not to ruin the thing I was working on. So,
have more confidence.
I probably
and then
should.
she turns around and goes back to finishing up what she goes to do. All right, Peregrine, you are out, and at this point you've gathered a few of the berries, and you're going to get the next set. Go ahead and make me nature.
Oh, okay. I am not bad at nature. Nature. Ooh, that's a 14.
All right, yeah, you're able to harvest quite a few of these berries, and you manage to do it just knowing sort of how to work with these bushes without pricking yourself or harming yourself at all. And you've gathered sort of maybe like half a basket by lunchtime, and you see the rest of sort of the foragers settling down in sort of like a circle and bringing out sort of some food to eat for the afternoon.
Okay, I'll try to go join them and like pull out some rations.
Oh, rations. Oh,
I'm sort of traveling through town.
Oh, well, hang on. And, like, a couple of them give you some, like, meats and cheeses and bread. And they're like, no, we won't have you eating that trail crap while you're in the village and working with us.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. You've been doing a pretty good job. It's good to have someone who's willing to come by and lend a hand sometimes. This work won't do itself.
Well, my mama always said that even when you're just passing through, you should always help wherever you are.
Well, that's sweet. You must be from a small town.
You could say that.
only small town people would have that kind of attitude. We've had a lot of big city folk come through here, and they piss on you as soon as talk to you.
Yeah, I was in Dash recently, and it was really bad. Like,
They
really
actually
bad.
will piss on you.
I wouldn't put it past some of the people I met.
Yeah. Well,
I really wouldn't.
well, it's great to meet someone else who actually has humble beginnings, because without us small folk, those big city folk wouldn't be where they are. Who do you think built all them scaffolding and metals and did all the digging? It was the small folk. We get shit on. That's why I'd rather live out here in the village. No one bothers us. We live off the land. We respect each other.
Sounds like home to me. Do you get a lot of city folk passing through?
Well, we get some folk coming through from Dash, yeah. There are some business people and merchants and other kind of diplomats and things like that travel through the Free Kingdoms. They often head off to Velheim. So, that does happen. And then we get folk from Avonhurst and Velheim and other larger cities, even Metrin, coming up through here to head to Dash. So we do get our travelers, not heavy duty or anything like that, but, every day we usually get a few. You're the latest.
Well, it sure is nice here. It's a heck of a lot nicer than where I was recently.
Well, yeah, Dash is a shithole.
I think I'll agree with that.
It's unfortunate, because Agraria is so nice, and it's like their sister cities, but I guess it's just all of the deregulation in Dash, and the fact that it's built under the canyon, or kind of in the canyon. I don't know, but...
Yeah, that's real weird. It's almost like living underground.
Yeah, not for me. I like seeing the sky above my head.
Oh, definitely. And also not smelling like sewage all day long.
Yeah, and having fresh water. Not that they don't... I mean, they have their filtration and stuff like that, but nothing beats a nice fresh lake.
I quite agree. I mean, this is the furthest I've been from my home in the first place. But Agraria was nice. Dash not so much.
Where are you from?
I'm actually from the Forest of Whispers, like way far away.
I don't think I've ever been there. Where's that?
Tell you the truth, my village is so small that I couldn't find it on a map.
What is it? Is it here on Eos?
No. It's like across the bridge.
It's in Veladon?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Got it. Oh, well, you're far from home.
Yeah.
Where are you headed?
Well, right now I'm on the way to Avonhurst.
Oh, Avonhurst.
We're doing a favor.
That'll be a sight. It's pretty there. It's the center of... Well, they say it's the center of the gods.
I don't know much about God.
I don't know much about gods myself. I just know about living and surviving.
I'm going to sit and eat for a minute and just kind of take in the surroundings.
Okay. All right, so you're sitting and having your food. Sinric, you're out on the lake, and as the boat kind of like stops and tosses anchor to stay in one place, the other two sort of shipmates get ready and sit on the side, and then toss their lines over to get ready to fish.
Okay, I'll do the same thing.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength just to see how far out your line goes. All right.
Oh, good lord, that's
That's
embarrassing.
fine. You get it out like away from the boat. You don't need to get it too far. But they've given you some bait on. You put it on the end of your line, and you toss it out. You kind of wait a few moments, and you see them kind of waiting, and you kind of feel after a moment a tug on your line.
Is it a good tug? I mean, is it
Uh,
like a set the hook kind of tug?
yeah, it feels like something is trying to grab at whatever's on the end of your line.
Okay, yeah, we'll pull it up.
Okay, go ahead and make a fishing. Do they have a fishing tool?
No, it's just an item.
Okay, so then make a, I guess, strength.
So that's better. That's a
There you go.
23.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
So you don't pull too hard because you don't want to like snap the line. But you draw in and then you kind of like let it go for a moment. And then you draw in again, and eventually you manage to pull up sort of a not a huge fish, but like a medium-sized fish of some sort. You can't really tell what it is, but it must be indigenous to this area. And there's like a little bucket beside you that they've kind of set out, and you manage to take it off and set it inside of the bucket. And one of them looks over and he goes, something bit already. Good work.
Aye, always a good day when the fish bites. So I'm used to fishing more of the ocean, small fishing village, just kind of south of the Dash area. What
All
exactly is out on these lakes? I've never been this far south yet.
Mostly just small catch, nothing huge, and we don't try to overfish here. I mean, not that we could, we're a really small village, but yeah, just a basic cycle. There's probably some bottom feeders under there too. We don't really go diving deep or anything like that, but I haven't seen anything like dangerous out here or anything like that. You wouldn't find anything like you would in the ocean, like sharks and anglerfish and things like that. It's mostly just
So no lake monsters about.
Nah, sorry if that's the kind of excitement you're looking for as a traveler coming through. I hate to disappoint.
I live in a peaceful village for a reason.
Yeah,
This
well,
reminds me of home.
yeah, but yeah, there's probably maybe a few freshwater crabs or something like that around, but yeah, it's just quiet and nice, and we get a few catch, and then you see him get like a tug, and he's like, oh, I think I got one, and he like reels it in, and he gets like another of the same sort of type of fish. So you're from a small fishing village. What brings you all the way to our humble little lake?
Oh, we're traveling. There's a member in our party that's heading over to Avonhurst. Something about a religious city, as a cleric, and to be honest, don't really follow along all that much, but I'm along for the journey. It's good to get out, stretch your legs, see the world.
Okay.
Break up the
I
monotony.
mean, Avonhurst is all about them gods and the creators and like their seed of power or whatever the fuck that's all about. But yeah, that'd be where most clerics would want to go, and them holy people. They have their festivals and their worship and stuff like that. It's a city. I can't say I've been, but I've heard stories.
Yeah, faith is kind of an important thing, but to me, I put my faith in what I can see and this lovely time I'm spending on the water.
Well, that sounds like good faith to have. Well, we're happy to have you. You seem like you know what you're doing with your rod there, so yeah.
So while I'm passing through this little town here, do they have any like homemade brews or wines that we might be able to stock up on before I leave?
Not brew, but wine. You saw them gatherers heading along the lakeside before we set out. They're gathering up the stingweed berries. Very nice wine made from those berries. I know the name don't sound that great, but it's actually a nice sweet wine.
I
Try
passed
some.
up on the berry picking because the name sounds like it might hurt your fingers a bit.
Oh, it can. Them bushes. I've done it before and ended up my whole hand was numb. Couldn't feel much of anything.
Kind of
for
put up my
a few hours.
paw.
Yeah.
Sometimes
These hands
not
aren't
exactly
made for
graceful.
those dexterous picking of fruits and things like that. I'm good at fishing, but the bushes, can be a little nasty sometimes, but the actual fruit that comes from them, the berries, makes a really nice wine. I suggest you, if you're staying at Randall's, ask for some. You'll enjoy it.
That's where we're staying.
Yeah, I figure it's the only inn in the city. Well, village.
Hoping to kind of be on our way in the next day or two, but, we'll see.
Oh, well, we're happy to have you for today anyways.
And with that, I'll just throw another line out and, kind of just spend the day until they're ready to go back.
Okay, make another strength. All right.
That's a 22.
So yeah, I'm just going to average that. So over the course of your time out on the water with them, you managed to catch another 3 fish. And between you, all of you guys, you managed to catch about 12 of various sizes and lengths and stuff like that. All right. So you are fishing. You guys are at the smithy. I will say your day's pretty much come to a close. And is there anything you want to do as you're leaving from your various quests?
While I was sitting with the group and picking berries and stuff, I wanted to kind of just listen and see if anybody mentioned the name of the individual we were looking for.
Make a perception.
Okay. Because I don't want to interrogate people, but I want to know what I know. It's an 11.
What idiot would do that?
Yeah, you're just listening along, and the only other thing you hear really is, I hope the hunters have done as well as we have today. Looking for some pretty fine catch. Hopefully we can divvy it up amongst the villagers, and we'll have some good eating for the next little while. And that's the only thing you really hear.
Okay.
Is them talking about the hunters and the various things that they gather, and how it can be kind of sometimes it can be kind of dangerous, and they've run into a beast or two before that they've not wanted to tangle with, and a couple of people have been hurt, but no one's died so far. It's just been more like they've kind of come back home with their tails between their legs, trying to keep people safe. All right.
Cool.
So you guys end up coming. It's probably later in the afternoon at this point, maybe 3 or 4, and you all sort of come back to the tavern. And Dobby, at this point, you're starting to see. At this point, Randall, by around noontime, came back and gave you your half ounce, and took the gold from you.
Yeah, I'd like to know what Dobby's starting to see right about now, too.
So, are you just keeping it on you, or are you actually...
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not using it now. No, dude. That was just a way to get in with Randall, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
That's
so,
what it was.
Is it just a bag? Is it just a leather bag? Of mushrooms?
Yeah, it's just like a cloth pouch.
Okay.
It's a clear cellophane package.
Inside of it, it looks like stalks, dark stalks of some sort. You assume shrooms.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But you're not sure what's indigenous to this area, so. All right, you all end up coming back, and Quinn, you're told by Portia to come to the town circle after dark.
Okay. And when I get back to the inn, everybody gathers up. I can relay that. So
yeah, let's start dishing out information so we all know what's going on.
So you all catch up with one another, relay the various things that you've heard.
Do you relay that you bought shrooms for Randall?
Oh yeah, no. Dobby Pond's he's got some stuff written down in a journal, and he's like, okay, this is what I gathered so far. Drunks just start coming in, so I couldn't really get anybody. They're starting to come in now. So I had a good old chat with Randall while I was purchasing some drugs.
Wait. You were doing
that
what
actually
now?
makes a lot of sense, actually.
I was purchasing drugs to get myself in with Randall, to ask him questions without him seeming what's the word? Suspicious. Yeah.
So what you're saying is business Dobby and party Dobby
Okay, no,
are really the same person.
Business Dobby, still business Dobby. I have the linen. I'm like, see, these are the drugs, okay? I'm not gonna really use these drugs. Maybe later. Definitely later after we get the fuck out of this town. But right now, was just a way to get Randall talking, okay? Okay. So what I got some news, okay? Not many people move to this village, okay? It's been a while since someone's moved, okay?
Yeah, I kind of heard
the way to buy land, okay, is through the guards. I'm thinking they got maybe ledgers of information somewhere in their guardhouse, information on our person.
Right, and you're saying we could sneak in there, possibly find this alias.
Exactly.
So instead of doing all that and get ourselves in more trouble, me and Quinn have something set up.
Yeah, we actually are just going to go to the town square after dark, and we're going to have a meeting with his person.
Alright, Dobby's just like taking a swig and he just spits out and then immediately stupid. Do you want to get caught? Look, did someone ask you that you just met today that they're gonna meet you after dark for some kind of weird secret meeting? Okay, do they know that we're looking for the guy?
Yes. I was quite clear.
Okay, I nonchalantly begin to kind of like start moving towards like a nearby window while kind of like drinking a little bit just to see if any guards are trying to come in.
Go make a perception check.
Yeah. That's regular, yeah. Perception. That is 12.
Okay, you do see one guard walking up towards the tavern, just casually. And
is he entering?
He is entering.
Okay, cool. So I'm covering my face. I'm just like, okay, oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see him enter, and he heads over to the bar, and you just hear him go, "Randall, I'm off duty. Hit me, man." "Oh, yeah. Right. All right. Righteous, dude. Here."
Do I recognize this guard or no?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm good.
And
Okay,
he puts a flagon of ale in front of this guy. And
got you. I immediately start like skittering back to the table. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
I think the fuzz is here.
Bull, Q. What the fuck? Okay, that person. If you're telling them, okay, okay. Let me guess. There was this, you did something stupid, and now they're suspicious of you or some shit. Because I'm telling them like you're doing a lot of stupid shit.
I helped make a sword in a blacksmith shop.
Was that all that happened?
Most of it. And then I asked the questions.
I'm looking at Ball, and I'm like, was that all that happened, Ball?
Yeah.
Can I insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. That's a 7.
Seems like that. I mean, you looking at them, seems like that's all that happened.
Okay.
I helped make a sword in a blacksmith
Either way.
shop. And then I asked a question because I'd earned a favor.
Okay, wait. Ask a question to who? Ask a question to who? Elaborate.
So it was this old,
blacksmith.
Blacksmith lady.
Okay, you told a little old lady that you're looking for a guy.
Well, you said that this is a small village that people would know each other.
Yeah. Interconnected, okay?
Yeah, you know how many people go through a fucking blacksmith shop for things?
Okay, she could be talking to the guards right fucking now.
Okay, we haven't done anything illegal.
Okay,
You need a damn sword and ask the question, you little shite. What's your problem?
If I may, Dobby, you are being a little,
crazy.
At this point, you do see the guard kind of like, as you're going back and forth, you do see the guard kind of like look over and like give a weird, like strange look, just because like you're kind of going back and forth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just
and
wait.
Then he just like waves back and then goes back to his drink. And as you see, Randall's also brought out some food for him now too.
Master Dobby, you're being.
So you guys aren't exactly being quiet.
And obvious right now. But the way I seen this unfolding right now, they got us a meeting. Worst case scenario, it's a trap.
Okay, I wouldn't start talking about the worst case scenario here.
You always need to talk about the worst case scenario.
I mean, I think we're all being a little paranoid. I don't know how many of you, I know Quinn comes from a small place, but I don't know how many of you people come from like a small town. But in a small place, everybody knows everybody and everybody takes care of everybody. So, one, if you ask one person, yes, everybody else is going to know. But also, if you're talking like a crazy person, acting real suspicious, then nobody's going to trust you.
I'll just point at Dobby while she's saying like.
Well, also, if we're trying to inquire about this person, I don't understand why we're trying to do this all secretly. Like you've all said, if we try to ask for this man or woman, whoever they are, someone is going to know, and they're going to tell someone, and they're going to tell someone else. So I think to just get out in front of this would probably be the best.
I'm just saying maybe let's not, do anything crazy, like illegal things.
Well,
Like,
currently the only person that's done something illegal is, I look at Dobby.
well, his suggestion is pretty not legal.
Right, he's suggesting a heist when I've already, just by asking a simple question of someone, arranged a meeting that'll get us what we want so we can leave in the morning. We find out what we need to know. Find out if this person is alright and get them to talk to our friend, and then we leave.
Worst case scenario, they say no, and we on our way, and we tell Lex that.
No. Worst case scenario. Oriana just said the worst case scenario. Okay.
Right, it's a trap, and we leave. I think we can handle a woman and one person. If
well, no. You think about leaving, okay? It could be a trap, and then we're fucked.
That's
worst case scenario.
I'm pretty sure this is not going to be just one little old woman and the person.
I mean, how?
But do you think the next course of action is them to just kill us on the spot to execute us in the town center?
Well, of course not.
I mean,
I assume they probably just let us leave.
It's a small little village, okay? If they, hey, less
shit. You think that everyone in this town is murderers and okay with murderers?
Can't we keep the voices down?
I get up from the table and just walk away over to the bar.
And you see Randall, and he goes, "Hey, Peregrine, right?"
Right. Could I get some of the town, like the town special line?
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Let me get you.
I was out picking them earlier, and everybody's talking about.
Oh, you helped.
I really want to try it.
Oh, that's sweet. You know what? Since you helped, it's on the house.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, you should get to try the fruits of your labor.
Thank you so much.
Oh, FYI, those of you who went out and got paid 3 silver and 3 silver to Sinric and Peregrine. And Sinric, you guys caught, you yourself caught 4 fish, so you have 2 fish that you could keep if you wanted to.
I was only going to keep the one and let them have
the
rest.
You have a fish
I'm actually going to.
And I'll say you would have had time to like debone and like cut it properly as you guys were like finishing out the day.
While they're bickering, I'm going to kind of take it up to Randall and see if they can't get it cooked there and try to get some of that the wine that the fisherman told me to try.
He says, "Oh yeah, sure. If you're providing your own fish, I'll also provide you some on the house if you help the town." Totally, man. So he'll take it to the back and get them starting to cook it. And yeah, he brings you out a glass of the stingberry wine.
Thank you. I'm going to sit down at the table
and try it.
Uh-huh.
It is sweet with a slight tang at the end of it. It's very nice. It's not something that you've ever tasted before, but it is
real different.
Yeah, it has a different flavor. It's not like a traditional sort of like red wine, but it is a red, and yeah, it has like a natural sugar to it that makes it like quite sweet. Not as sweet as like an ice wine, but not. It's definitely not like a dry wine. It's got like a robust flavor to it.
And as I'm sitting down at the table, I'm going to look at Dobby. Now, look, I went and I helped these people, and they were real nice. And Randall here was real nice, and he just gave me free wine just for helping the town. So I don't think that the people of this town are going to do what you think they're going to do if we meet them in the center of the town.
Oh, okay. So you know these people so well. What have you learned from these people?
Before she answers, I'm going to cast Calm Emotions. And I would like the point to be centered on Dobby.
Okay. I think it will hit. It will hit everyone. It will hit
It's
everyone.
gonna hit everybody, right?
That's
it's in a circular.
fine. It's gonna hit
Okay,
like 20
so
feet
I believe
around
it's
us,
what,
but
a wisdom save?
Actually, this would be a charisma save.
Okay, charisma save.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
My
good
DC
Lord,
is
really?
14, kids.
Okay, so
I got
Dobby,
this.
you fail.
Ball.
Ball, you save.
I got 14.
15.
14 was your DC, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so Sinric's fine, Ball is fine, Ori is fine,
20,
Harry
dirty
is
20.
fine. And yourself, Quinn?
Hold on.
I mean, this is
you
oddly
hit
perfect.
yourself.
That's true. I
Yeah,
did.
you're in the bubble, man.
That's fine.
What about
4.
Okay, Quinn and Dobby just sit there and are like,
what about Randall?
you feel super mellow. No, it's because it's out. It's
20
what,
feet.
at 20 feet?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's 10.
Yeah, I don't think you'd hit Randall at this point.
Because I was at the bar with Randall when all that's
Yeah,
going
it'd probably
on.
end just at you. It hits a few of the other patrons, and you just see them kind of relax and. But yeah, you and Dobby, you are just completely mellow.
So you did try some of them shrooms.
I know.
Quinn,
I
you're
see-
also
That
super
was
mellow.
me.
Yeah.
Do I see Quinn casting?
Yeah, you'd hear him. I think it's verbal and somatic as well. So.
Yeah, it's verbal
I'm just
somatic.
gonna look at Dobby and then look at Quinn and be like, "What the hell did you cast?"
I got something that would just calm the hell down. I'm just glad it's working.
You hard asshole. But you know what? I'll fucking care.
I don't really feel that different.
I feel normal.
Well,
It
you guys
doesn't
know
really
that it
work.
didn't. You would know that it didn't work on you. That you saved against the effect.
I mean, at least he's calm now.
Oh.
Also, this wine is really good. Ori, you should try it.
Sinric, you also have the wine. He would have put it in front of you before the meal came out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the table and with
Okay.
everyone else and wait for my fish.
Harry,
Yeah,
I
but-
think I might need some of that wine actually. Yes, and I'll go over and ask for
It
some
is
wine as well.
absolutely fantastic.
He just
it-
says, a 5 copper for a glass.
5 copper. Okay.
And
I'll-
we've got about a
I'll
minute
put,
of being
uh,
calm.
You know what? I'll give him a silver for it. I'll give him a silver.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. I hope you enjoy it. By the way, did you guys want any food? I know Sinric's getting his fish cooked, but the rest of you?
I'll ask for their orders in return.
Okay.
And I'll take the wine and come
You
over.
just
And I
let
was
me
like,
know.
I'll come back. And it's like, are we ordering food?
Well, you could absolutely murder 7 grilled cheese sandwiches right now. Also, we only have about a minute of Dobby being calm before he goes back to being himself again. If we want to try and explain anything to him when he's in the mood to listen.
Then let's get this over with now, and we'll get back to the meal. I think we should go. I think we should put it to a vote. Let's decide who wants to go.
I think we should definitely go. I think this is going to be just fine.
So,
I think we should go. I mean,
should
I
we
don't think we have another option.
go, or maybe just the 2 people that made.
Alright, first off, plan. Q, Ball, you go. Okay, because they're expecting you. Okay. Ori,
Y'all.
you and me, we're gonna be support. So if anything happens, I'm gonna shoot him and punch him, and then you do that magical baller pod shit. Oh God.
Your solution to the problem of us not being trusted is to be even sneakier.
No, I think we
Oh,
either.
no. Okay, it's less sneaky. Okay, when it's to secure everybody's safety. You feel me?
I
Okay,
don't think.
because
Dobby,
if Q and Ball go by themselves, right? Well, what if something happens? Okay, I mean, yeah,
Dobby.
yeah, Q,
Dobby,
yeah.
my plan was to go anyway.
No, we gotta go in secret.
Okay.
No,
Wait,
no
I-
secrets. That is what got us into this situation of you
Dobby,
not
the
being able to
spell
go
Okay.
outside.
wears off.
Yep.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you, Q. Okay, you don't get to do that shit for me. Okay, we're doing little magic shit. Do that again. I'm gonna smack you. Okay,
I absolutely
secondly,
will do it again whenever I fucking want.
To burn a
listen.
second level. I'm so tempted to burn a second level.
Maybe
Okay, listen to me.
we
Okay,
did get some strange
you would
looks,
want Q.
Quinn.
You would, if it is an ambush, okay? You want Q and Ball by themselves, okay? Or you want to be caught by the boss? Okay, rest of you can go there. Okay, I'm gonna stay in the shadows.
Dobby.
What?
I don't think that we should be sneaking around and making ourselves suspicious. And even if you're going to protect them, you're still being sneaky and suspicious. What I can do is I can turn into a mastiff again.
Okay.
And go with them.
Wait. Okay, I'm suspicious, but a random dog isn't suspicious.
You don't know who they're traveling with or what they're traveling with.
Since when is a dog suspicious?
I think the more honest we are with these people,
You ever look at a dog?
I think the further we will go.
I'm a very trustworthy mastiff, thank you very much.
Cindric, at this point, Randall comes and brings your fish over. I hope this is cooked to your liking. We added a little bit of lemon on the side and some spices.
Ah, perfect.
Great.
Randall, if we could get Perry salad.
You want a salad?
Yes, I'll take a salad, Perry.
I would just like some bread and cheese, please.
All right.
I'm not very hungry right now.
Any of the rest of you?
Yes, I think I actually do want 7 grilled cheese sandwiches. I don't know why.
Grilled cheese. Okay. I guess I could do that. And you? Blue Man?
I'm quite alright, Randall, thank you.
Okay. And what about you, little man?
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good, Randall. Okay, I'm good.
I feel like you never eat, man. Like, what is going on?
I got rations, okay?
You're worrying Randall.
Okay, well, okay. So then total for the table, I'll say it's 3 silver.
I'll put in the silver.
Okay.
I'll toss the silver.
And he heads off to
Me too.
Okay. So he heads off to prepare the food that you've asked.
If you actually eat those 7 cheeses, you might not poop for a week.
How do you know that?
Just wait for those Constitution saves.
my question, Cindric, how do you know?
I'm not going to be in the same tent as him.
No. Oriana and Perry share a tent for a reason.
Well, Dobby and Cindric, that's the pairs, yeah.
Quinn, make a Constitution saving throw. Net 1.
You are constipated. It is not
I think
pleasant.
Dobby and Quinn need to
No.
get to an understanding.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right. So.
After a few minutes, after 10 minutes or so, your food comes out. Quinn, you have 7 grilled cheeses placed in front of you. It's like a platter of grilled cheese. You have your bread and cheese, Perry, and you have your salad, Oriana.
I eat one of my rations.
All right.
All right. Okay. So I vote that first of all, we don't go as a big group because that's going to look really suspicious. It's going to look like we came hunting this person, and we definitely did not. However, I also vote that we do not sneak around in the shadows and make these people think that we're crazy.
Oh, is that at me?
Yes.
Yes.
Anytime someone accuses someone in this little group of being crazy, it's probably directed towards you.
Okay.
You're incredibly paranoid all the time.
Here's what I think. Let us use our strengths to our advantage, yes? I think Perry is right. If we show up all six and we are going to be perceived as some sort of threat, what if the two who asked, and me, go to this meeting? I'm fairly good at discussing things, and if he is actually there, I have the communicator that we need for him to perhaps contact our friend and see what's up. I also have the ability to now pull out the copper wire and just message, I don't know, Perry.
Okay.
To speak like this at a distance.
I see.
If we need help, then I call for help and you come. If not, then we handle the deal and then we go back to our rooms, sleep for the night, and leave in the morning and go to the rest of the way to Avonhurst.
Right, either way, this is a one and done scenario. We go, we meet, then by tomorrow, we have what we need so we can leave.
I don't think it's going to be the hostel. I think we just go.
We just go, we talk, and then we leave. That's
Perry?
Yes.
At this point, you see the guard who had initially come in and got food get up and walk out of the tavern after saying his thank you to Randall.
Okay. I'm going to glance around at the group. Okay, so that guard just left, and we looked like a bunch of crazy people. And this is a very small town, so surely everybody else will know that we seem like a bunch of crazy people.
I mean, we are a group that maybe should not be together.
We're also quite colorful.
I mean,
literally.
I don't think that we should not be together as a group. That's a really weird thing to say.
Well, what I meant is, we probably wouldn't have been each other's first choice to pick as a traveling party.
That's usually not the case.
Perry, you also notice Randall head off into the back and another person come out to tend the bar. For now.
Oh.
As if Randall's taken like a break or something like that.
Okay. And Randall is gone. Can we please all act like normal people?
I believe this is having to do with, I think this is something, the woman said they're going to handle this like a town. Randall's probably part of the town's hires or something, I don't know.
Yeah, they have a council of people that meet and meet up, every
Okay, so basically they have town elders.
Yeah, no, they're not elders, they're just appointed people.
Okay, sure. But it works the same way, Dobby. Yeah, I know that you're from a great big city and you don't understand, but little places like this have elders or a town council that makes all the decisions for them.
I think it's best if we all go. I think lying, deceiving, or trying to, not intentionally lying, but trying to hide and be fun or cute, don't think will help us.
At this point, the entire town knows we're associated. So if we try to say, "Oh no, I'm not with that little short man that keeps on wandering around screaming at things,"
we all came in together.
The dogs are trying to spy on him. It's not going to go over.
DM,
I think it would.
Yes.
Did they tell us where we're supposed to meet yet?
Town square.
Town circle.
Town square.
Okay.
And how far away is that?
5 minutes.
Jinx.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like this town is not big. I told you, like end to end, you could walk it in like less than an hour.
Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking.
So then let's decide now, and I'm sure that we need to meet them sooner rather than later.
Yeah, at this point it's getting dark.
Yeah.
You guys are at the end of your meals. You're finishing up.
So, are we all going together? Or are we going in 3 of us, and then 3 of us stay back and wait till things go to shit, as it were?
I say we all go if things go to shit, right? They go straight.
I agree with that.
Then
I
let's
vote
do
for the
that.
3.
I mean, I'm not saying that we should, try to hide or, be cute about it or anything. I'm just saying that if we go as a huge group, then it's going to seem like I, for one, did not mention looking for anybody while I was sitting around picking berries with these people.
Neither did
I tried to be,
Are we supposed to mention that?
No.
No. See, you're confusing him now.
Right.
So, I do not want these people to think that I was trying to be tricky or
But we are.
deceptive.
Right, but
Tricky.
3
We're
of
not
us
trying
have.
to be tricky,
No,
Dobby.
You're trying to be tricky.
Okay, I'm trying to look for
be
active information.
civilized
Okay.
and honest with these people because they've done nothing to me to make me think that they are going to hurt me.
You feel a knife going to your back. No, I'm just doing
That'd be the perfect card.
No, I'm just joking.
Randall.
It's Randall.
It's fucking Randall.
He poofs into smoke, stabs you, and then poofs out.
We trusted you.
No.
And then behind Dobby, Lex with her gun.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel like that might happen
She would
at some
hurt you
point
though.
anyways.
She's not made any qualms about the fact that she would
Yeah,
hurt you.
Oh yeah.
These people have given me no reason to fear them or mistrust them or disrespect them. I am not trying to be tricky because that would be rude and disrespectful and also very suspicious. So maybe you're trying to be tricky, Dobby, but I am not.
So what are you? We are burning midnight oil. So who is for going out all of us together? I know Quinn is agreeing with me.
Mm-hmm.
If that is a consensus, then I will go with. Or I'll go with.
Right, I say we all go. And I'll look outside, and it's about time we did.
Okay, well, in that case, let's at least try to not seem like we're looking for a knife in our back. And I cut my eyes at Dobby real sharp. Let's try to show these people some respect. They have shown us nothing but kindness.
Well, my experience so far have been pleasant.
Went fishing.
Exactly. Pleasant.
I do believe Dobby has been living in the big city way too long.
I do believe Dobby is out of his fucking mind.
I believe Dobby is still fucking here.
Yes, I'm aware. Just because you're short doesn't mean I don't see you.
Yeah. Then why are you talking Dobby this, Dobby that? Okay. Sorry that I've lived a certain amount of time, long enough. Not a lot of people live long in Dash. Okay. Surviving this long. Okay. I know what people are capable of. Okay. They might seem, oh yeah, here's some free wine. Okay. You know what happened to that free wine? Okay. You're poisoned.
Okay. This is not Dash.
I'm not saying it's Dash, okay? I'm just saying give people an opportunity, okay?
At this point, Randall walks back into the bar, but from the front door.
Yeah,
And he walks over to your table and he goes, so are you guys coming to this meeting?
Yes,
We
we
are
are
going
coming.
to.
I'm so sorry.
To decide if we're coming as
pick him up
group
and
or
let's
not.
just go.
Business and I want to run it, but you're totally killing my vibe here. So can we get this done?
Yes.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
We
And I'm just
apologize.
gonna get up.
And he
and start
and then he
walking
just
out the
walks
door.
out.
Yeah,
I just get up and I start following him.
I'm following.
Yeah, that's
Same.
fair.
Okay.
DM, real important question before we go though.
Mhm.
How was the wine?
It was delicious.
Very good.
It was very
fantastic.
tasty.
We
I
talked
told you
about
it had
that.
this sweet, robust flavor with a little tang at the end of it. Dobby, are you following?
Yeah, I'm the last to get off the table.
Okay. You watch as Randall is like a little bit ahead of you walking down the street, and as you get towards the town square, you see a large group of people, and you see 8 guards, and they're just standing there. And at the front, you see the little blacksmith Portia. And as you come across, and Randall kind of stands there beside Portia, and like his arms across, and he's still got like the towel, like the bartender towel across his shoulder, and Portia's just like, "Oh, so you finally decided to join us?
One of us was holding out and thought that maybe
You wanted the meeting, and you decided to be tardy."
We didn't decide. The short one decided, and we were trying to convince him. I do apologize for that.
So, you want to know Vithar?
Yes.
Yes.
If you could kindly.
Who wants to know Vithar? Who
Like we
in
said.
Dash wants to know Vithar?
Like we said, some
might as
woman
well.
named Al.
We already established that was a lie.
Well, you established
A
that
lady
was
by the
whole
name of-
truth.
A lady by the name of Lex.
Right.
Well, at one point, didn't she introduce herself as Al?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So, I mean-
she told you that's not her name. Her name's Lex.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
And he lied. He made a deception, and he failed it. She insight checked him earlier, so
Yeah.
she knows
Yeah.
that wasn't the name of the person. So she kind of like looks back, and looks up at Randall, and he like nods for a second and like walks back in the crowd, and then comes back out of the crowd, and he goes, okay, so we'll take you there. And then we'll wait outside Thar's place. And make sure that you're just here to, do your check-in or whatever it is that you want to do.
That's all we really
So
need.
it's
And they like
Nice.
open up like a parting of the seas kind of thing. And and Randall kind of walks in front, and he goes, "Come on. I'll show you where their house
I'm
is."
just, I'm just gonna follow.
Yep, same.
fine.
Okay. About 20 minutes down the road, he turns off to the right-hand side and goes down like another sort of side street, and you walk again another maybe like 5 minutes, and the entire group of the town is behind you, watching you with these like 8 guards and the rest of sort of the heads of the town. You see the bookkeeper. You see a few faces that you don't notice. You do see a couple of the fishermen. You see a couple of the people that you worked in the berry patches with. You see a couple of people you haven't seen, and then there's Randall and Portia as well.
Got you.
Right.
So is it?
I'll just
it's not
wait
the
for the
full
fishermen.
60.
It's
like,
not the full
70
60,
people, right?
no, because you watched
Okay.
as like people were still in the tavern, and there were still people manning the tavern when you left there. It's probably at this point around with 8 guards, probably around 20 people.
Okay. I just wave to the people I. picked
They just
berries
like
with.
nod at you, and
I
as
nod
you,
over to the book to Welt. I nod over to
he
Welt.
just waves as he's like kind of like hobbling along, and you head down the street, and at sort of like the end of this little street, you see a house. It's a wooden and sprawling single-story building with a tanned wooden roof and a few small windows. And Randall stops and kind of like steps aside, and he goes, "Well, this is what you wanted, so go ahead and make your introductions." And he walks back towards the group, and the group is giving you, they're like staying about 40, 50 feet back from this area, but they're watching you.
Can I do an insight check on the situation on all these people?
Yeah, go
behind
ahead,
us?
make an insight.
We're never gonna
With a
explore a
12.
dungeon.
No.
No, we'll explore a dungeon. But
This
if that
is
has
your
people in
dungeon,
it-
apparently.
Yeah.
12.
this wall looks suspicious. Can I insight it?
They are a small town. You are people
Okay.
from out of town. They just seem like they're being protective. They don't know you. They've never really seen you. and you're asking about someone from their town that really they you're like they're not none of the guards have their weapons out. None of them even really have their hands like on their swords or anything like that. Most of them are just standing there with their like arms crossed and just watching you to make sure that whatever you're here to do is kosher, basically.
So
Got you. Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Yep.
I'm just gonna
I'll knock on the door.
Okay.
on the door.
You and as the door opens, it opens slightly, and you see a wary androgynous elf looking over at the group of you. They have bright red hair tied back in a ponytail with a few wispy bangs parting on either side of their face. They wear a simple leather tunic and pants as their icy blue eyes gaze back at the rest of you. Who are you?
Dobby.
Really not the time, Dobby.
You're looking
the-
for me,
A
Yes.
friend is looking for you, yes.
Yes. Lex, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Come in. And you see them open the door and kind of like wave you inside, and you watch as they kind of nod to the rest of the town.
I'll go right in.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
just calmly walk inside.
As you head in, Vithar closes the door behind and says, "Please, can I make you a drink, tea?"
Tea would be lovely, yes.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
They head over to their little kitchen area and turn on a kettle and get a few cups out and quietly brew the tea. And after a few moments, pour out a pot and bring it over and set it in a table. And they say, "Please have a seat." And there's like a sofa and a couple of chairs and various places for y'all to sit.
Okay.
All these for barging in and making such a ruckus.
Yes, you were asking, and the town, we watch each other's backs. It
I
is a small
understand.
town,
I understand. I come from somewhere just like this.
and we have to be very careful, or at least I do. If you've come from Lex, then I'm sure she's told you that I did used to work with her. During one of my reconnaissance missions, the information that I managed to gather was also tracked by other interested parties, and I was tailed for a good long time, and I had to lay low. I came here to Ivor, and I managed to integrate myself into the people here. It took me a while. As you can see, they are protective, but I helped them. I am now part of their hunting party, and I managed to hopefully lose the tail, although Lex is good at what she does. So I stayed here thinking I would be able to eventually make my way back. But I came to get to know the people here, and they've been able to use someone with my skill in hunting and fishing. And at this point, you hear, and you see around the corner of the hallway into the rest of their house, two little faces peek, a boy and a little girl, and they go, "Ren, is it okay?" And they look over and they say, they look at all of you and they say, "Yes, I think it's okay. Come." And they come over to Vithar or Riza, and they wrap their arms around the two of them, and they say, I spent time here, and these two, they lost their parents to a sickness. As I came to care for them, I adopted them. And I've been looking after them for the last few months. I could not leave them now, and I am happy with my life here. I don't plan to go back to Dash. But I understand that Lex was worried for various reasons. Please do let her know that I did not defect. I simply found a different calling. I am okay. And I am here. And I plan to stay.
It's fine. We have no designs on doing anything but communicating that information. Thank you for your time.
Precisely.
So,
I feel
quick
terrible for
question.
saying this, but can I inside check just not in like a I don't believe them kind of way, but Oriana.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oriana has some stuff with this.
If you were
Yep.
gonna do it, I'm
I was literally about to say, insight check.
You get that they are being 100% genuine. You see the way that they look at these two children, and the way that their arms are around the both of them and are holding them close, very protectively, and kind of knowing that they're also in a situation with 6 people that are, if in with Lex, probably could kill them very quickly, and is not looking for trouble or a fight, simply wants to live out their life outside of crime and reconnaissance and subterfuge, and just wants to be here in the village and help these people.
You suppose she will be all right with your new calling? She won't ask you to return?
Lex? Lex will be fine. She has plenty of other people who can do the things she needs, as she has seemingly sequestered you into doing jobs for her. She is quite good at that.
Yeah, we owed her a favor. And
Good to
this,
know
I
that we
think,
don't
is the
owe a
payment.
monster a favor.
No, she is not a monster. She skirts the line sometimes, but
As we all do sometimes.
she will not. She will understand.
Quick question.
She is
Mia.
not the one I am worried about. Yes.
So Lex just needed confirmation about this person. She didn't need physical evidence or some shit.
No, she asked
No.
you to find out, and she said if you find them and figure out, and they aren't if they weren't if they hadn't defected or gone against the Shattered Blades or whatever, or they were in trouble, help them. And then she said, try to get them to come back if you can help. If you can help them. That was all she said. She didn't say that.
Right.
She didn't say anything else.
Okay, cool.
So I kind of have a question.
Yes.
What is it that you were hiding from
Right,
when you came out here?
There are many different groups who use information to elevate their positions in the world, but also blackmail others, do a lot of different things. And the information that I was gathering, which I will not share with you, I am sorry, was worth a lot to a lot of people. I will make sure it gets to Lex. But there were more than just the Shattered Blades looking for this information. I'm sure if you're from Dash, you know that there is more than one group there even that looks to get ahead and take over more territory.
Oh yeah, some of them tried to kill us.
Then, if you've dealt with the Black Suns, there are more than just the Black Suns out here in the wide world.
We are mostly just glad that you are fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like, You could
The best answer.
you could tell Lex yourself. She did give us a way to contact her. If you prefer us to do it, otherwise I'd understand that.
Oh, she gave you a way to communicate. Interesting.
Indeed.
She
Yes.
usually doesn't give that lightly. Um, sure, if you'll give it to me.
Might we have him step in another room? They him and Lex don't seem to get along very.
Oh, I was going to take it in another room and convey
Right.
my message
Oh,
to her.
Please do. And
Oh,
Absolutely.
That would be
And
even better.
I'll hand him the device.
Okay, you hand them
Uh,
the communicator, and
Yeah, them. Sorry.
and they take it and they nod and they say, "Come, come, young ones." And they grab the two children and they say, "Please have the tea. I will be out shortly." And leads them around the corner and down the hall. And you hear one door close and then another. And you have a moment.
Can I do a perception into this room right now?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. 14.
You see a simple sort of kitchen area. You're kind of in the like living area, and you see like a little small dining, like small like round dining table. You see a few pictures, that are like portraits of like landscapes on the walls. You see a couple of like knickknacks and trinkets. There's a couple of like there's like this little straw doll on one of the pieces of furniture. It looks like one of the kids made it. There is a paper of like a like hanging up near the kitchen. It looks like a finger painting almost of like, it's hard to make out what it is, but it probably was one of the kids trying to draw like the family. But it really just looks like it could be a myriad of different things. Like it could be like a whale, it could be like a star. You're really not sure. It's like, you know how kids are. And then there are just other various, like there's a vase with some flowers blooming out of it. But yeah, that's pretty much what you see. And then there are like cupboards in the kitchen where you assume like glassware and where Vithar had got the cups.
Is anyone else drinking the tea?
I'm just gonna drink some tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice like herbal blend. It tastes like close to like a chamomile.
I'll try some, and I'm also gonna cut it with the little bit of the whiskey that's left over in the canteen.
Okay. You make like a little hot toddy almost.
Yeah, it's relaxing.
I'll motion towards Sinric.
Kind of look at him and begrudgingly hand the canteen over.
You get a little bit less than what Sinric has in your cup.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna hand the canteen over.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
hand
gonna-
the canteen over. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pour
I'd
some
probably
in.
still pull less than what he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, because
And then
Cinder's like eyeballing you the whole time, probably like
The stink eye.
After about 5 minutes or so, you guys sipping the tea, you hear the door closing and you hear the footstep. And Riza comes out and says, "Thank you. I have given Lex my information and explained to her the situation," and hands the device back to you, Oriana.
We appreciate your time and hope this didn't put you out. We just wanted to, do this one favor.
No, of course not. I thank you for bringing this to me, and I am glad that I am finally able to close out that chapter of my life.
We're glad we can help you with that then.
If you don't mind me asking,
Yes.
I've seen my fair share of sickness, and I'm sort of trying to find the source of one right now. The sickness that passed through. Could you tell me about it?
Oh, it was, yes, it was something that settled in the lungs, heavy coughing fits eventually led to the coughing of blood. We tried various herbal remedies, but we were unable to do much for them, and the travel to a larger city, whether it be Avonhurst or Dash itself, would have been too trying on their bodies. And of course they had children here and were still trying to make a living. We really didn't find out how bad it was until it was too late. And I was only here for the tail end of it, to be honest. I was still new to town, so I couldn't even attempt to make the journey myself, knowing that I could probably make good headway to Dash. But yes, it was just unfortunate. We don't have, the priests and clerics and doctors and things like that the larger cities do out here.
Right.
We make do the best we can with our village apothecary and healer, but the illness, we don't know where it came from, but it took them. It took about 4 people, their parents and 2 others, but that was it, and we have not seen it since.
Thank you. Does that sound anything like the symptoms I was seeing?
No.
Okay.
You
That's kinda what I was
like the
thinking.
symptoms of yours is like people start to like go mad, start to speak
Yeah.
in like
Yeah.
delirium and gibberish.
Yeah. It starts
and
as
their
a
body
cough and then
body
it
literally
becomes-
starts to waste away.
Right. Right. Okay.
Like they do cough, but it's more taking like the whole body basically breaks down.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking. I
Yeah.
just want to make sure.
Mhm.
Well, we were happy to help you find some closure, and we're going to be on our way. And I hope that you live a very long and happy life here. And I'm going to get up. I'm going to give a little bow, and I'm going to start leaving.
I wish you luck as well. You have a long journey ahead of you. And they stand up and open the door, and before you leave, open the door, and then you watch them kind of wave to the rest of the sort of council of the town, and they say, "It's fine. Everything is good. Go." They are safe people. They are good people. And you watch as and then they step aside and start letting you guys out, and you watch as the rest of the group of the town starts to meander back down sort of the road, and you watch as they all kind of like split up in different directions as they get to sort of the end of the road.
Okay.
Best of luck to you all. Try
Let's
to
pray
stay
for your new
safe.
path.
You as well.
Thank you. You as well.
I hope you enjoy your retirement.
Well, I don't know how much of a retirement it is. Those kids, they take quite a bit of energy. I think more so than my old job.
That's how to have a younger sister there, and troublesome.
Wait until you're a parent, my friend. Siblings are one thing, children are another. You'll understand one day.
Right, well, thank you again, and good night to you. And then I'll move along.
Okay.
No.
They just like nod to you all, and as the last of you sort of steps out, they quietly close the door and lock it. And you are left standing in front of Riza Gilaad's house.
And I looked at it, well, that was just the worst possible trap we could have encountered. I'm surprised we made it out alive at that lovely tea party we just had. And also, oh my, I felt so threatened by that pleasant conversation.
I flick him off. I don't even acknowledge him. I just flick him off.
I'm just gonna walk to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm just
walking
headed
back.
straight back to the inn.
Okay. You guys begin your trek back, and after about 20 minutes or so, you step back into the Randall's Rest, I believe is the name of it, and you see Randall behind the bar, and he goes, You back? You get everything you need?
Well, we did.
Yes, we
so.
did.
Excellent. Well, let me know if you need anything else.
I think we're going to be just fine, and thank you for allowing that, and appreciate your part in it.
Oh, it's not just me to allow it, it's the rest of the town. We just want to make sure, you weren't
I understand.
bad seeds. But I think you're all pretty good. You seem pretty cool to me.
Thank you, Randall.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, have a good night. Let me know if you need anything. I'm here at the bar.
Will do.
And he just goes back to, serving a couple of other customers that are inside the tavern.
Well, I vote that we take a good long sleep tonight, and in the morning we leave this little town and we let them go about their lives.
I agree.
I also agree. Rihanna's gonna get up and head towards her room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Harry's gonna follow her.
Yeah, I'll head to mine.
All right. You guys head to the rooms and get ready
Kind
for
of want to go to the bar before I go to the room.
Okay,
I wanna
yeah,
go to
you head.
Dolly's before I go to sleep.
Cedric
Okay.
needs a refill.
Okay,
No,
you,
no. I
you
got
head
another
over.
thing in mind.
Okay, you head over to the bar, and
It's like in Stardew Valley. 3 of 6 players are
the rest
asleep.
of you are heading to the rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Dobby.
Okay, so where are you going,
Wait,
Dobby?
who's talking to Dobby? Oh yeah. I'm going actually back to my room.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna sleep on my bed. I'm gonna
Okay,
make
well,
it
Baltaim's following you back
Oh,
to your
okay,
room.
got you.
So I'll let that happen. Cynric, you head over to the bar, and Randall's like, "Oh, hey, big man, what can I get you?"
So I hope this little kerfuffle here hasn't soured our business.
No, we just wanted to make sure that you guys weren't going to do anything untoward to one of our people. We're a small town. If you came in murdered someone, it'd be pretty big news. So it's just and you're huge, you're real big. I mean, I'm tall, but you're big.
I get that. So we have a cart and horse and buggy here.
Yeah, it's
do
taken
you
care
sell
of.
that wine by the cask?
Oh, yeah, I can get you some if you really want it.
What would the cost be on that?
Cask of wine? Probably 10 gold?
And how long would that last?
I mean, it's wine. Wine just usually gets better with age, but I mean, a real long time. Although, once you tap it, shelf life shortens a little bit, but yeah, it'll if you bottle it real long. If you leave it in the cask, I don't know, probably a year, maybe more. Once you tap it, though, you're looking probably a month.
Yes, we'll be on the road. What about maybe a half cask, like a smaller barrel?
Yeah, I could get you one for 5 gold. Again, it'll be probably a good 20 bottles worth.
Perfect, that'll work. And can we get that delivered to the cart?
Yeah, I can have that ready for you in the morning.
Perfect, awesome. And I'll hand them the 5 gold.
All right, thanks, bud. I hope you enjoy it on your travels.
Absolutely, I need something to stay hydrated.
Sure.
All these people drink is water.
Right. I got you. All right, have a good night.
Yep, I'll go to bed now.
All right, you head off. And he watches you head down. Baltaim, you're walking behind Dobby, and Dobby, as you get to your door, you see Baltaim hasn't broken off and gone to his room. He's behind you.
Yeah, so I'm opening my door, and I kind of see him off the peripheral, and I'm just like, yeah, what's going on, Ball?
Well, I didn't know if you are partaking in those mushrooms.
You trying to get fucked up?
I'm curious to see what happens. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll fucking take the fucking mushrooms. I was just doing this to get conversation with Randall. I'll give him the entire mushrooms.
Okay. You have a half ounce of mushrooms, or of herbs of some kind, or fungi of some kind.
All right.
Is that all you wanted?
No, I didn't know if you were taking them. You said you was gonna wait till after this was done. I just wanted to see.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna wait, after, we got to like a better town,
I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna get fucked up with some ladies.
Well, I'll save you some.
And I'll just get more drugs after.
All right.
Yeah. It's hard to get drugs. Okay, cool. If we're done with this exchange, now I'm gonna go in my room now.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, cool.
Dobby slams the door in your face.
Gosh, sure. Yeah, and I do. We don't have pillows, right? Do we have pillows?
Yeah.
Do we have? Okay.
It's
cool.
it's an inn. Like you have
Okay.
a bed.
I know it's a bed, but I'm
It's
like,
not like
pile of straw on the floor.
It's a village, but
It's
but
not
there
prison,
is
Dobby.
like this world.
Yeah.
It is a village, but this world is has technology, so it's like a normal
like,
bed.
yeah,
It's not the
pillow
most,
technology.
yeah, it's not the most comfortable bed of all time, but it's like a comfortable enough bed with a pillow.
Okay, cool.
With
So
probably two pillows.
I shove these pillows under my blanket like how a body would be. And
Okay.
then, I roll under the bed and I sleep under the bed.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. You are so paranoid, but sure.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
oh my.
All right. So Dobby's sleeping under the bed.
I want to take a moment. He's the guy who's going to be checking for traps, by the way.
Which is good. For
I mean,
us.
that's good. He's that paranoid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And the rest of you just head to sleep.
What's with this? Are
you taking those mushrooms?
What's this mushroom business?
Are you
Oh,
are you
no.
are you eating them?
What is it?
Oh, man.
Is it
Have you ever done actual mushrooms in your life?
I've not. I've seen people do mushrooms, but
Okay.
I don't know.
So you see these blackish gray little stalks inside this pouch, and it's just a half an ounce of this stuff. You're not really sure what you're supposed to do with it. You assume maybe eat it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one. And just eat one.
Oh, like a little stalk?
Yeah, just one stalk, one nice, size stalk.
Okay.
I'm
So
rooming
you-
with him, right?
You
Yes. You
yeah.
openly see me do this.
yeah, you
The question is that
you-
dragon real or not real?
I didn't prep for Lust
Okay, so
Restoration today.
you eat one, and as you put it in your mouth, you bite down on it, and it's kind of chewy a little bit, and you're and it takes a bit to get through your teeth. And it has this weird aftertaste. There's a bit of a dirt taste to it, but also just this strange taste. But you swallow it down, and how long do you wait?
Probably like an hour.
Okay. At about the half an hour mark, the world starts to shift and change. You see the windows sort of bubbling a little bit. You feel a little bit like you're floating. You see as the flames and the candles of the room sort of flicker, you see this wild set of colors flash before your eyes. Have the two of you gone to bed at this point? Because he waited an hour after he took this.
I probably would have.
Okay.
Actually.
And Sinric, you're going to sleep as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm not
you're
interested
you're
in that
literally
crap.
sitting there on your bed and you're watching all of this go on, and are you just gonna try to go to sleep, or what are you gonna do?
If I just see colors and just things bubbling, I kind of just for maybe 20 minutes later, just see if anything changes about it.
It just feels like the world is sort of as you're sitting on your bed, you feel yourself sort of rubbing the fabric of the bed, and it's like, this feels very strange. And you're wondering why you're rubbing it, but it doesn't feel like normal fabric. Like, it feels like something different, like otherworldly. You can't really.
Grass.
You know why Randall is the way he is.
And yeah, and you just see like the walls kind of like. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I assume my mouth is dry, so I'm gonna try to go find some water real quick.
Okay, you get up, and
This can only end in tears.
And as you stand, you move towards the door to the room, and it kind of feels like the world is kind of like shifting, and it almost seems like you're like walking around in like a loop as you get to the door, and the door seems like it's like shifting on its axis, but you manage to open it, and you walk through, and again the ground looks like it's like waving and shifting underneath of you, and you kind of feel like you're like swaying a little bit, but you manage to make it down towards the bar that's still there. The lights are still on there, although at this point there's no patrons in the bar, and you just see like Randall's kind of like nodding off as you walk out, and now that you're in this like sort of more lit area, you see as you like turn to sort of like the hearth and the end of the embers, you see like faces in the embers like staring at you as you look over, like various just strange like faces making all of these like various like expressions in the embers of the hearth. And as you like turn your vision to the candles, you see the candles kind of like dancing.
There's a lot of people in this bar right now. Okay.
And Randall comes over and he goes, "Oh, hey man, I thought you'd be in bed, dude. What's
Yeah. Why did I come down here again?
Oh, I don't know, man." And like as you look at Randall, you see like his face is kind of like misshapen and like going like peanut shaped, and like it's just like changing and shifting.
I think Randall, you
And then he gets on the bar and he like goes right in front of your face, and he looks at you, and it like really like it makes you go weird, but he goes, "Oh, dude, you took the mushrooms." You've never done it before, man. Did you do it alone?
Jeez.
Well, there were other people around.
No, but you did it by yourself. Oh, dude. Oh, man. If I had known, I'd done some with you, but I'm like gonna be way behind on the trip, and like it won't be that fun. You probably. But I don't want you to waste a good shroom. Okay. So if you stay within the town and you have like a walk around the town, you probably have a good time. It's pretty safe here. Get some fresh air.
I like struggle to find like where the out is.
Dude, the door's right there. It may shift and move a little bit, but it's fine. It's in the same place. You're all good. Oh, have a nice trip, man.
Oh gosh.
Cool.
And as you walk out into the fresh air, going on your drug-induced trip, that is where we'll take our break for the evening.
Perfect.
Ooh.
That's perfect.
Oh, the things you guys
I'll
do.
wake up.
Oh, man.
Don't do drugs, kids.
All right, guys, we will be taking a short break to get some beverages, use the restroom, and do what we need to do before we come back to complete tonight's session and have the last half. So thank you for sticking with us. Hope you're enjoying. Please stick around. We won't be that long, just a few minutes. So see you in a few. All right, everyone, we are back and ready to get back into things. So thank you for sticking with us, and let's continue. So you all wake up in the morning. Baltaim, you eventually find your way back to the tavern, and
Cool.
it is a very interesting journey, and you have some stories.
Okay.
Does he have his clothes?
Yes, he did not like.
I
Yes.
did not go shrieking.
Yeah.
Although
But
lake.
and your dreams were very interesting as well. Like you just like all the colors that flashed before your eyes as you fell asleep. But yeah, it was an experience. And the rest of you wake up. Baltaim actually sleeping in a little bit. You all come out and are having already in the midst of having your breakfast and everything like that when Baltaim finally comes out of the room and sits down with the rest of you.
And we have no idea.
I mean, you saw him eat.
I mean, you saw me open up a package and like sit
but
down.
you don't really
for
know what he
an hour.
did. But
I thought
you
were having a snack.
Um,
Literally thought you were having a fucking snack.
but yeah, you yeah.
I'll snack.
Okay.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Good.
Wait, how bad does he
Morgen.
look?
How bad does he look? He doesn't actually look bad. He actually looks pretty well rested. I literally will tell you, just out of character and out of DMing, the times that I've done mushrooms, they've been the best sleeps of my entire life. So,
Oh, yeah, actually, I assume I slept like a baby.
yeah, you had an amazing sleep, and you actually feel really well rested.
I mean, I don't think there's anything to dehydrate you or anything, so
No.
there'd be no hangovers.
Nope.
I mean,
You actually feel very well rested, as long as you get a good night's sleep and you're not having a bad trip, which you didn't. You had with Randall's advice, you managed to have a good time.
Peaceful walk.
Yep.
Well, you look like you look good, man. Someone got some good sleep here.
Thank you. Suppose that's a compliment.
I mean, yeah.
It's about as close as you're getting from him.
Well, I just thought I didn't know if you were. Never
What
mind.
that I'm always an asshole. I mean, yeah, I always assume that I am an asshole. That's kind of like my basic level.
that's true.
But yeah, no.
No, I'm just saying you suggesting I didn't look good beforehand, but
Oh, well. I mean, you didn't look good, but now you look like you got some sleep. So, but yeah.
At this point, Randall comes over, seeing you sit down, Baltaim, and he goes, "Oh, hey, man. Have a good night."
yeah, I did. I had
Yeah, you
good
did.
walk around.
Yeah. What can I get you for the morning? Do you not want like coffee or tea or like breakfast?
I assumed everyone was gonna order. I'm fine.
They already did. They've been
No.
here, man. You late.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Perry's just like looking over a cup of tea at him. like-
No
What's
tea
taking
or
so
anything?
long?
Coffee?
I'm quite alright, thank you.
All right. Oh, by the way, you guys are like heading out today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idea.
Yeah, you like helped a lot around the town and stuff like that. We were just wondering, like, do you guys travel together and stuff like that? You're a group?
Yeah, sort of. Right now, at least.
We are kind of going to the same place. I mean, it might as well be
Yes.
together.
Well, like, do you go by anything or anything like that? Like, I don't think I got all of your names, but like, is it just like your names? I mean, most like adventuring groups or like merchant troops or something like that have like, you know, a moniker that they go by. I don't know if you have that.
Has anybody thought of one?
We're just
That's
Randall,
a work in
we're
progress
just
right now.
we're just a group, man. We're not some
Okay.
adventuring party.
So you're work in progress. Got it. Okay. Work
No,
in progress.
Okay.
See ya.
And thus the name that sticks for 1,000 years.
Whips.
I'm sorry.
Way to go, man.
He
Way to
he
go.
goes,
had
oh
our
yeah.
Ghostbusters
He's like, big
moment."
man, your cask is in your cart, all right?
Oh, appreciate it.
All right, see ya. And then he like heads back over to the bar.
You want more booze?
For the road.
I mean,
share.
don't you always want more booze? That's not sort of a condition.
What sort of beverage did you get?
I bought a small barrel of wine.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want that shit.
Ooh, was it that good stuff we had last night?
Yes, it was.
I'm assuming you might share just a little bit.
If you're nice.
I'm always nice.
I don't think
That's
I've ever
true.
seen her be mean, except when she was an animal.
She did push you into the poo.
She
That
did,
was an
yes.
accident.
It was kind of funny.
Yes. Ha 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 ha.
Not very good fake laugh.
No, that was the idea.
He's not very good at faking anything. Lying, stories, you know.
Okay, so I'm assuming that we're gonna head out now after breakfast.
Yes, I imagine so.
Sounds good
Unless
to
there's
me.
anything else we need to
Getting
do in town
goods.
before we leave.
Good day's travel. I mean, are we fully stocked on supplies that we need?
I hope you guys have been tracking the rations that you've been eating. By the way,
Yeah.
those of you who haven't been eating the food.
Actually, no, it's just been Dobby.
And
Yeah.
Baltaim just had
That's what I
had.
mean.
Yeah.
I've,
well.
Oh, for real?
I've had,
Okay.
yeah, I haven't bought any food.
I've actually been doing 2 rations a day, so I think I've been keeping track of these wrong.
It is no, it's well, yeah, it's one set of it is 2 rations a day, but it should just take one off of your, because when you get 10 rations, it's each one is for one whole day. So
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
very- yeah.
So technically, we should only
should-
need like 2 rations each, because it was only what 2 days travel.
it
It
was
was
3 days travel.
it was 3 days travel here from
Yep.
Dash.
Mm-hmm.
But you got here on the 3rd night, I think. So
Yeah.
We
so
did.
2 days of rations, I think, that you would have needed.
So we would all need to just buy like, well, depending on how many days of travel it would take to Avonhurst.
It's a while to Avonhurst.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have.
But there's
there's
towns in
on the
between.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got enough. I'm fine. I bought for the whole trip.
But like
Yeah.
you'd know from your map from here, from Ivor to Dehana, it's another about 3-day journey or so.
Yeah, so I'll be fine. I have 8 days worth.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got 8 days worth left.
I
too,
need
so-
to get more. So I'm gonna hit that market or general store.
Okay. So is Dobby just going by himself, and then he'll meet back up with you guys to get the cart?
I guess yeah.
Okay. So
I'll go
you-
with him just to make sure because I want to.
He doesn't get into shit.
Okay. So
Yes, that's also why. But
you just ask where the general store is, and you're told it's just down at the main town circle area. It's called the Sandy Whistles, and you see it's just a brick row house with large windows and a pillared curved roof entryway. As you head inside, you see a large muscular woman behind the counter. Human, female, wears a tan shirt, loose pants, and an overcoat. Auburn hair flows to her mid-back, bright amber eyes. She says, "Hi, what can I do for you?" And
Hey,
actually, you recognize her from the previous night. You saw her in the crowd.
Got you. And the shop says Sandy's Goods.
The Sandy Whistles.
Oh, the Sandy Whistles. Got you. Okay, cool. I'm like, yeah. I need to re-inventory myself, if you know what I mean.
Sure. What do you need?
I need rations. Let's see. I got water skins. Got
Just rations? How many days of rations?
several days, at least a week.
Okay. I can't remember how much rations are. A day of rations is what, 1 silver or something?
Two. Oh, I thought it was 2 silver.
Rations. Oh, it's 5 silver for 1 day.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's 5
1
silver
gold
for
for
1
2.
day. So 1 day's worth of ration. So you want 7 days? So
Yeah.
7 times 5, 35
Mhm.
silver. So 3 gold, 5 silver.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna get 2 days worth because that's I think all I need.
Okay. So it's just a gold.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. What you got in your inventory?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for, but if you want something interesting, I got this, and she places this black sort of stone. It's like an ingot of like a blackish color, and it's got like this sort of mist coming off of it.
She just places this on the table?
Yeah, she puts it on the table. She's like, it was traded here through by some traveling merchants. It allows you to handle really extreme hot weather with no ill effects.
Got you. As I'm trying to peer closer, and I'm just like, may I look at it closer?
Sure.
All right, cool. Got you. I like wipe my finger to it, and I kind of like just taste it real quick.
And when you touch it, you feel like this cool breeze like waft over you.
Yeah. That's the good shit.
And she goes, if you're interested, I also have this. And she places this handkerchief in front of you. She's like, it was another item, traded actually by a group of adventurers that passed through here. Oh, not but a couple of months ago. Yeah, it... Here, I'll show you. And she picks it up. And she sort of like walks around the store, and when she put it down, it was just like a white sort of handkerchief. And then as she like walks around the store and then places it back down, you see drawn onto the handkerchief is the layout of the store. She goes, it records sort of a map of wherever you're kind of exploring.
Ooh. Okay, and then, like, does it just make the whole map, or does it just redraw over the sections you go? Like does the map?
Once you don't need it anymore, you speak the command word, and it just wipes itself.
Okay, cool. And can I like zoom in, zoom out of the map? Yeah.
What the fuck is zoom in and zoom out?
Can I like? Can I just put my fingers on it and like enlarge?
No,
Yeah.
it draws the map on the surface, and it has a map. It's not like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but
I almost never know what he's talking about.
But yeah, it just shows you where you've been and where you've explored, so that I guess you get, like, it's not going to show you where you are specifically on the map. It can't do that. It doesn't have a pointer.
Okay, I thought like.
But you know, if you're going somewhere and you're somewhere maybe like you haven't been before, I like I said, it was brought by adventurers. I thought it would be neat for any other adventurers who came through. You know, if you're exploring weird, I don't know, tombs or forests or whatever, or like, you know, caverns. It can be confusing sometimes down there, so this kind of helps you.
Okay, so it doesn't make like a world map. It just
makes of a specific place you're currently exploring, and then once you leave that place, you speak the command word, it wipes itself off, and then the next place that you explore, you start it up again.
Got you. And
so it's useful for, like, you know, when you're doing short exploration, not worldwide exploration. For that, you want an actual world map, which.
Yeah.
If you want one, I might have one around here.
Yeah, no, I don't need that jazz. How much is this?
The handkerchief?
Yeah.
40 gold.
Gold? 40 gold. I'm looking at Quinn, and then I'm just like, the 40 gold. I could do it for 30. I could do it for 30.
She like narrows her eyes at you. Make a persuasion.
Got you.
She rubs her chin for a second. She goes, All right, you drive a hard bargain, but I can't really do anything with it, so 30 gold and it's yours.
Got you. Straight on the table.
All right, she takes the 30 gold and she goes, it's yours.
Okay, what's the command word?
I don't know. I'll make something up.
Wash your hands.
No. Finit.
Finit. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
And as she says it, you watch as the current map is like wiped off.
Oh, that's that magic shit. I fuck with that.
Oh, just to let you know, you can also do this. And she goes incandescent. And actually, she walks around the store again, and it draws like the layout of the store. And she goes incandescent, and you watch as arcane energy seeps out of the handkerchief and sort of projects the map upwards, so that you can actually see it sort of in a more like 3D view above the handkerchief itself.
So it can zoom in and enhance.
Okay.
It doesn't zoom in.
enhance.
It just gives you like
Render.
a 3D, like a more.
Dobby's like, oh shit, enhance.
It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
It's like when you are in the map of Final Fantasy VII, you press options, it turns into the 3D view of Midgar. It's fucking sick.
Okay, so then she says Finit, and then she hands it over to you, and she's like, all right. And then she takes the ingot away, and she puts it like back behind the counter.
Cool. Quick question. Do you have dynamite?
Dynamite.
Why the hell do you need that?
This
is why I came.
No, I don't have dynamite.
Okay,
And
cool.
if you
Yeah, no
do,
problem.
if you did, please never sell it to him.
Don't worry, that's a weird question to ask anyways, but no,
Right?
we don't have need for dynamite here. We're not a mining town, so.
Oh, true that. Yeah, that's right. You pick berries.
And we're also
fish.
we're also not a industrial town, so you know.
Note to self: never take Dobby to a mining town.
Note to self: stop taking Dobby places.
Just
Cool.
to let you
I'm gonna
know,
go.
also usually, just most shops won't just sell
Yeah, it won't
random
just sell you
people
dynamite.
No, she literally says that to you as she like
Oh,
looks
okay.
at you. And she's like, that's usually for businesses or.
Oh yeah,
mining.
usually, but in Dash, right place, right time. You know what I mean?
I don't know Dash. I don't live there, but it's good to know that they sell dynamite to just random people who walk in a shop. I don't think I ever want to live there or go there. I'd be scared that I'd get blown up.
Well, Dash isn't for everybody, but that's
I mean,
what
I don't
gotta
know
say.
if it's for anybody. If it just randomly people can blow you up with dynamite.
You gotta. It's
Apparently, it's for
ka-ching,
everybody
you know what I
to be
mean?
killed.
But
Hey. To each their own. If that's where you call home, you do you,
Yeah.
bud.
Yeah, I missed that. Okay. Have a nice day, lady.
You too.
Dobby, stop sleep.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you sell bombs here?
And you guys
I'd
walk
like your
out.
finest
Can I
C4, please.
purchase one?
You guys head out and meet back up with the group as you guys have got the cart ready and the horses and have sort of you're sort of set up just at the town circle, as you knew that that's where the general store was. So as you guys come out of the store, you hop into the cart and you guys are ready to go. And who is going to lead the cart?
I'll drive. I'm proficient.
Okay,
I'll sit
so
up with him.
you Baltaim was originally driving. You kind of like push Baltaim over and say, "I got this," and start taking point as you begin to head out of Ivor and start making your way south again towards Avonhurst. You begin your trek, and it starts out like any other, and you make pretty good headway. Halfway through the day, you stop, give your horses some water, have some rations for your afternoon meal, and begin heading onward towards the next city. As you continue, whoever's keeping an eye out, please make a perception check.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye out.
will definitely be keeping an eye out.
Okay.
That's a 17.
Okay. All right.
11.
Perry, just up ahead, as you're continuing, as you're making your way, you notice a rustle in the bushes, as you're beginning to head through a next area, and you see lying in wait some creatures as they are about to charge and attack your cart, and you manage to call out to the rest of your group and notify everyone that you are about to be attacked. And let me switch to this like that. I'm just gonna go. All right, and hang on before you. I'm just gonna. You guys are off. Green a little bit. Okay. Just. All right. I will move the. All right. I am going to open the turn order. All right. Go ahead and roll initiative, and let me get the music changed for this.
Okay.
Oh.
10.
Oh shit.
Okay. 17.
5. 13.
Ooh. Fun.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a 7.
All right. Let me roll for these guys. It is also really hard to see with one eye. Okay. Just need to.
Can't wait till level 7.
It's a while from now, my friend.
Yeah.
Get advantage
Level
initiative
3.
rolls.
Level
Level
3.
3.
You mean we're not going to be level 7 at the end of this session?
I
Oh,
mean, how many dragons do you think we can kill between now and, like,
okay, they
1
got
in the morning?
a +2. Okay. So let me. Sorry. Turn. So where are they at? Okay, here. And I think. Okay, and then.
Okay.
Oh, they did real bad.
Yay.
Yay!
But they're not the ones that you really need to worry about.
No.
Well, that's not comforting the one we need to worry about.
Well, okay, so let's do. Okay, so did I add them? Yeah, I did. Oh, 3. All right. Let me just make sure that we're in the right order. All right, Dobby. It is your turn first.
Alright, cool.
As
These
Peregrine
guys-
points this out and says there's things in the bushes coming to attack us.
Gotcha.
As she spots them.
Let's see. Where? Right there. It's 40 feet. That's not gonna work. God. So boom. So, are these guys in cover right near with the trees or no?
No, they were trying to hide, but Perry managed to see them.
Okay, cool.
So they're not in cover.
I'm gonna jump down off the cart.
Uh-huh.
And then, kind of cover myself with it. I'd get like what, a quarter cover with the cart,
Well,
right?
where are you staying? Like, where are you putting yourself?
Literally just right here. Like, jump off right behind the cart. Like, is that possible, or do I have to go on a side to get that cover?
No, you'll get cover from I'll say like the guys over here. And probably like these ones over here can't see you, but like this guy can still see you, and this guy can still see you. This
Okay, cool.
one up here.
All right, cool, no problem. So yeah, I'm just kind of dipping right there behind that little wheel right there. Pull out the crossbow, hand crossbow, and start shooting.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Who are you shooting?
I am shooting
That guy?
This guy right here. Is
Okay.
that possible?
Yeah,
Or
it
do I have
is
to
possible, but you have disadvantage because
Yeah,
he's
it'd be
out of.
disadvantage.
You have 30-foot range with hand crossbow, 60
Oh.
foot for long range.
I mean, I'd still have disadvantage over here, right?
No, he's 30 feet.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I just shoot this guy then. Okay, I thought I was having disadvantage
yeah.
right there. Okay, cool. Okay, boom. Let us go with hand crossbow.
Okay, I wasn't.
That's an 8. That's an
Yeah, so you fire, and it, and just the bushes and the trees that he's kind of in manage to cover him enough that it just glides by him.
Got you. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Quinn.
All right. To start, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon,
Okay.
and I would like to put that right over
And what does your spiritual weapon look like?
Abigail.
Oh, the hammer. Okay.
Just a big old spectral Abigail.
Okay, so I'm just gonna bring that up.
Cool.
Okay, and where is it?
Yeah, actually, right there where you just put it. That's perfect.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have it take a whack at this one.
Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna give you control of it.
Awesome.
Okay.
And
Ooh.
so that's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I would hope so. And 9 damage.
Okay, 9 damage as you whack him.
All right, and
He
since that
cries
is
out,
just-
but he's still standing.
all right, since that is a bonus action, I am then, as my action, going to fire off a cantrip, and I think on this one I'm going to try Illuminate. So
Okay.
I'm trying to light him up, literally.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you
that's a
hit.
20.
All
And
right,
1
damage.
damage. Watch out!
But he is glowing slightly from the strike.
All right.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, and I'm just going to get, like, Do you think you really want to do this, or do you want to just go ahead and walk away?
All right.
Then that's it.
Okay. It is these guys. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Just need to see. He's going to pull out a javelin and throw it directly at you, Baltaim.
Okay.
I'm gonna use this dice because I can't see anything. 15 plus 4. 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. So. What is it? Oh, okay. Oh, good. I don't need this. Okay. 6 damage, 6 piercing damage, as it slides into sort of your beside your stomach. Okay. All right. So that's that guy. This guy up here runs down to you. Actually, he'll probably come right here. To you, Quinn.
So is he in 10 feet of me?
Yeah, he is.
So I'm gonna smack him in the face as soon as he gets there.
Okay.
Nice.
No. I forgot he can do that.
That's a great thing about Polar Master.
Hey, actually, stop that.
Nope.
So go ahead and make your attack.
I'm looking for it. I can't see it. There it is. So that's a 20
Yeah, that hits.
for 9 damage
It should be a D4.
for my halberd.
Oh no, sorry, that's this. Yeah, that's sorry. This is your regular. Yeah, that hits. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking this is your bonus offhand attack. So yeah.
No,
okay.
I can only do that if I attack with the halberd.
Yeah. Okay. When you hit him, he's going to rush over to you at this point, and he's going to swing at you. 19 to hit, I think. Hang on.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Okay. Plus 13 plus 2. 15 damage as he
Good
swings his
lord.
morning star and spam right into you, doing back what you did to him. And
That's a big number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's he gonna? He's going to throw a javelin at you, Quinn.
Okay.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, minimum damage. 3 piercing damage as a javelin into your side.
Okay, and
All right, that is their turn. Cindric.
All right. I'm just gonna kind of get off the card at this point, and I'm gonna go into a rage because I just got smacked in the face for half my health.
All right, go into a
And
rage.
Will this guy be considered flanking if I moved up here?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to attack him. And let's see if this works. So, actually, That should be with advantage.
Okay. Well, you hit.
Hey, I could crit. Yeah, you know. Okay. So 21.
Yeah, that hits.
So that is 13 slashing plus 9 radiant.
Why is it radiant?
Because my Divine Fury.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
3.
Ooh.
Level 3.
Level
Oh,
3.
wait. Hang on. That.
Wait.
Yeah, that's
I
not
think
right.
two of
That's
it- two of it
way
should be
too
rage.
much.
2 of it should be
Yeah.
rage.
That's your rage
Oh,
damage.
it's plus
too.
2 for rage.
It's
and-
a
Okay.
max D. Yeah, it was a max D6 plus the Divine
So
Fury.
it's counting the rage together. It should only be 7 radiant plus
2.
15 slashing.
Got you.
Oh, I see. What's the extra +1?
Half my level.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so, you just carve right through him and carve him in half.
Jesus.
Wow.
He
3.
is-
Level 3.
I think you mean barbarian. Barbarian.
Yeah, he does a lot of damage.
Barbarian.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, he
Hey.
is out.
And then, let's see, how much movement do I have? 5, 10. I am going to just kind of move 1 up here. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that Divine Fury modifier, so I mean, I think it'd be easier if I just rolled the 1d6 and added half my level.
That's fine.
Afterwards.
However you want. Yeah, however you want to do it. I was just confused as to what it was, but yeah, that's fine. I think it's fine leaving it like that. I just needed to understand what it was.
Well, it counts the rage as radiant, the rage damage.
Well, because they don't separate when you add your the damage thing. It doesn't separate it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
weird.
mean,
Okay. I
it
don't know
doesn't-
how you have it set up on your sheet. So anyway, Baltaim, it's your turn.
I'm going to hop off.
Okay.
I'm going to start incanting and try to cast Armor of Agathis
Okay.
on myself.
All right. You cast Armor of Agathis.
I will walk up to this fellow. I'll go like here and in here. Protect the horses, and I'll kind of just prepare myself to be hit. So that's
Okay.
my action.
All right.
My turn.
That's your turn. Oriana, it is you.
Alrighty. Let's take a look at the battlefield. Alrighty. First off, I will go ahead and who am I gonna inspire? Who do I have a love for? Oh, we haven't done Dobby's haiku yet. Let's do Dobby. I'll inspire Dobby.
All right.
Man with a patched eye, daggers and blades all around, with dreams oh so high.
All right, Dobby, you have a D6 of inspiration.
Got you.
That's my bonus. And then for my action, I'm going to cast a little spell. So I'm checking the radius here. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to cast that spell then. I will cast on this... No. There's one way over here. Yeah, this one right here, all the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Sheet's being a little weird. Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. 75 feet away?
I believe that is within range.
Is it 60 feet?
60 feet.
Oh, it's 60 feet. Yep. The next furthest one then.
Okay.
This guy.
So this guy. All right. So it's a wisdom save.
Yes.
Doesn't even matter. He dies.
Cool.
As
He
the
ran.
his head, you watch as he and just falls over dead
Nice.
from the heart attack that he just had.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's all I got. I'm not going to move because I feel like I'm in a pretty good position.
Okay. Perry.
Okay, I'm going to hop off the cart and come here. Then I'm going to bonus action wild shape into the brown bear.
Okay, go ahead and pull it on. And I'll just move
myself
you.
way over here.
I'm moving you down.
Okay. And then I am going to multi-attack.
Okay.
Alright. So first strike with the bite. That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
9 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to claw him for 26 to hit.
Yep.
15 slashing.
All right.
And I'm just
very
going to
hurt.
growl in his face.
All right. That is your turn. Okay. This guy's dead. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, is gonna move up here. And he is going to attack Baltaim with a short bow. And misses with a 3 to hit probably or something like that. No, 5 to hit. So misses. And this guy, I just want to see, is going to fire at Sinric. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Plus 2, so 8 damage reduced to 4.
Okay.
And 2. And he's going to go in here somewhere, and he's going to attempt to hide. And so it will take a perception check to see him as you guys lose sight of him. I just need to see what his... Okay. Alright. So, I'm going to go... Boop. He's hidden. Okay. That is all of them. Dobby, it's your turn again.
Cool. So Dobby's gonna move up here. Move through that guy. And then he's gonna move through this guy's space. That's gonna be 35 feet. Alright, cool.
You can't move through an enemy.
I am a halfling, I can. Through any with my halfling nimbleness.
Oh, right, yeah, you can move through, yeah. That's right, yeah. Anyone who's larger
cool.
than...
So yeah, I'm sprinting past the corpse, then under this guy, I slide right between his legs,
Yep.
and then I pull out the scimitar, and I start slashing at his ankles.
Okay, go ahead.
Could be the first attack.
That's right, yeah, you can move through any creature.
You have inspiration if you need it.
I do. Alright, cool. I don't use the inspiration for that one.
Yeah, that hits. Yep.
Alright, cool. So that's 8, and then I'm going to use a key point to do
Alright.
Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
So it's going to be 1. I'm going to use that Bardic Inspiration on that one.
Okay. Let's roll a d6.
D6. 15.
You just
Does
miss.
that hit? Okay, got you.
So
And
you go
then,
to strike and he just dodges out of the way. And then he
Got you.
dodges your second one.
boom.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Quinn, it is your turn.
Alright. First, I'm going to scooch the spiritual weapon right down to here.
Okay.
And then it is going to give him a whacking.
Okay.
Here it comes. With a 16.
Yeah, just hits.
Awesome, and that will be 11 damage.
All right. Yeah, that whacks him good and hard.
Okay, and then let's see. So all the stuff with spiritual, and that's as a bonus action.
Yep, that was your bonus.
Okay. And I can't. Can I cast a spell that is a bonus action to cast as
Nope.
my action, or no? Okay,
You cannot.
Just wanted to make sure. That's fine. In that case, I'm going to have to jump down off of the cart
Okay.
right here, so I can be within range to put a hand on Cynric and cast Cure Wounds,
All right. Go ahead and roll it.
and that's going to be 6 healing.
Okay. You feel this. You see Quinn's hand light up in this greenish energy, and it flows through your body and reinvigorates you, Cynric, and you get 10 health back. I mean, sorry, 6 health back.
6.
Yeah. All right. Is that your turn?
Yep, that'll do it.
All right. It's these guys. This guy, he's in a kind of a crappy position and really hurt. What does he want to do? Well, he's just gonna go for broke. He's going to strike at the giant bear who just attacked him.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Oh, that definitely is.
All right.
Oof.
So, 14 damage as his morning star comes down on you. Wham!
Okay.
Tears a chunk out of you. But that, I think, is all he can do. Alright. And then the one up by Dobby doesn't like this floating weapon, is gonna move around away from it
Alright, cool.
and strike you. 15 to hit.
I'm gonna cutting words,
Okay.
and I'm going to.
What do you say?
Gotta cut some words.
Who
man.
did the
Cut.
Who did the librarian blame after hitting her head? Herself.
And as it like kind of like wonders, it strikes and go ahead and roll the.
Yup.
What is it? D6.
Damage.
Yeah, it's a D6.
Okay.
Ooh,
Right.
shit!
So
So
yeah,
that's a
that misses.
9?
Yes, it's a 9. Yeah. So he right by you as he's kind of like thinking about it for a second.
That joke's a thinker.
That's his.
It's gonna burrow in there.
That's his turn. Cynric.
All right. I'm gonna run up to here. That's 20 feet of movement,
Yeah.
and I am going to attack this guy here recklessly.
Okay.
Nice.
Let me turn on the advantage this time. All right. So that's a nat 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
That-
Woo!
Thank God that was reckless.
That's
All
not gonna
right.
be kosher at all.
Yeah. Nat 1 and a nat 20.
Wow.
Two extremes.
Damn.
So that is
10.
plus 12. So 22.
Wait. Why is your divine fury should also be doubled?
It is.
It is. But it's
It
only
rolled a
counting
1.
the rage
He rolled
once.
a 1. He rolled a 1 to 6.
Yep.
No, he didn't. It
Shit.
rolled a 1d6. It rolled 1d6,
And
which
then
got a
the
6, a
nine-
plus
the
plus.
9. Yeah.
It's an extra damage die. It
I
doesn't
see.
count the modifier.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Got it. Okay.
So it's
So
22.
yeah, he's skewered.
22
Just-
damage.
yeah.
Jesus
Destroy him.
Christ.
So,
That basically
He-
one-shot
so-
Ori.
all right, so I'm going to go 25, 30, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to attack the other guy.
Okay.
Oof, halberds, man.
This one is only a D4, though. So that's a 10.
As you try to like strike him sort of in the head with the end of your with the butt of your halberd, he just dodges out of the way. He's looking bad, but he managed
I'm gonna
to
growl back at him.
Okay. That's your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alright, Baltaim.
Alright, I kind of just like, well, you guys got this. Good luck, sir. And I kind of just gonna pass by him. Go here.
He's gonna try and strike at you.
Good day to you, Jim.
Good day to you.
A 20 to hit.
Fuck.
Good day, sir.
Next town, we're buying Baltaim a hat so he can doff it at people as he does that shit.
No, Simric's the one with the hat. Staples. Okay? He needs like a cane or something.
Sorry, I'm just trying to calculate damage. 18 damage.
He takes 10 cold damage.
Okay, he just, as the spikes into him as he strikes at you, it skewers through him and he falls dead. You still
Nice.
take
Good
18
day.
damage.
I said good day!
As you take a hefty whack on your own back.
Alright. And I will, I'll do the same thing for Mac. I'll, cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay. And that's your turn?
That is, and then for my bonus, I will curse this creature.
Okay, Hexblade's Curse?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna put the... Whoop. That was weird. Where did it go? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna put this on him. Okay, Hexblade's Curse. Got it. Alright, Oriana.
I'll go ahead and yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'll just vicious mockery.
Okay, the one in front of Baltaim?
Yep.
Okay, so wisdom save. I don't think he passes that. Yeah, he does not. So he takes 4 damage.
Is it a goblin?
Yep.
Um.
What do you want to say to him?
Your father smells of elderberries.
Was his mother also a hamster?
Alright. That's your
He got a
turn. He
fart
has
in his general
disadvantage on
direction.
his next attack.
I need to come up with vicious
All right,
mockeries too.
Harry.
Apparently.
All right. I'm gonna use my movement to get all the way over here,
Okay.
and let's just multi-attack. Oh. 17,
Yeah, that hits.
8 piercing.
Describe how you take him out.
I literally just bite him in half and spit him out.
Okay, so you...
Just sort of a
And he bites in half and then... And the two halves kind of fall in front of you.
That's a
Baltaim.
bad tasting goblin.
And you get your HP back from the...
Yeah.
And then anything else?
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything else.
Use your attack. Yeah, you don't see anything right now.
Charge it, Sinric.
All right.
We get the fighting
So-
finally wanting.
Going to say
7 points back. Okay.
and yeah, just gonna use this turn. Okay. And at this point, you don't see that last one that went to hide. But I will give you one more sort of turn.
Gotcha.
Um,
I'll do perception.
Go ahead.
13.
Yeah, you don't see him.
Got you. Cool.
So So I'm just gonna do this as the rest of you. Clear. The rest of you look around. You don't see the last one. You assume that it saw all of its friends get torn apart.
I don't smell any other goblins then, do I? Because I have keen smell.
Go ahead and make a perception.
Okay. Yay for advantage, because Bear knows. 24.
No, you don't smell any other goblins in this vicinity. I mean, you smell the ones that are right in front of you.
Yeah. So I'm going to then go ahead and shift back into.
All right. So you shift back into your normal form, and yeah, you can bring yourself back in that area if you want.
Are these all goblins?
You look, and the larger ones were bugbears, and the small ones were goblins.
Okay, I'm just going to delete my bear token.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ooh, that could have been so much worse. I mean, don't bugbears technically have reach?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they did.
Nope. They do not have reach. They get surprise. They get surprise damage, and they get an extra damage dice on their attacks, which is why they did so much damage on their strikes.
Yeah, those morning stars are nasty.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So so you're kind of standing there with these corpses in front of you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna search this corpse in front of me.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation.
Gotcha. Cool.
I'm gonna start digging 5 holes.
It's a 9.
You don't find much other than his kind of nasty-looking morning star, which is kind of like rusted up and probably not worth a lot.
Man.
I'm going to come over to Sinric. How bad do you look, Sinric?
Oh, I'm about halfway.
Okay. Let's just do this then. We'll do a healing word. Here, feel better.
Oh, thank you. I will share that cask with you.
That's literally her healing word. Feel better.
I'm gonna start digging like 5 holes down here.
Okay, you're searching this guy?
No, I'm digging.
He's like digging holes.
Oh, you're digging holes. Okay, yeah. Okay. So you have a you have a shovel?
Actually, do I have a shovel?
I don't think you do, dude.
Probably don't. Not with my.
So are you digging with your hands?
Sure. The two small ones wouldn't be that hard. So yeah, I'll start doing.
Well, actually, yes, it would be very hard to dig with your hands.
That's a big
large
hole,
enough.
Even if
get
it's
a
shallow,
body in.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
So I mean, you can do it. It's just going to
digging.
take you. Okay. So you guys see Baltime get down on his hands and knees and start digging at the grass around him and digging into the dirt.
Ball, what are you doing?
I'm gonna put these people's bodies in their hole.
The goblins.
Goblins are people too, Dobby. But anyway, why are you doing it with your hands?
I don't quite have a shovel.
Why are you even doing it at all?
Respect for the dead, Dobby.
Fuck these guys. They tried to kill us.
All right.
Lord of streets, we burn their bodies.
You can clearly see we're not on the streets.
You want to burn everything.
The Lord of streets.
No, it's not.
Oh my god.
If it was the law of the streets, every fucking city'd be on fire.
To be honest, I'm surprised Dash is not on fire.
I may explain the smell, but still.
If I'd known that you wanted to bury them, I would have stayed a bear and maybe been able to dig some.
That's all right.
I actually do have a shovel, so.
Oh, that would be quite helpful, actually.
So I would come over with the shovel and like, well, if we're doing this, then all right.
All right. So you're gonna start digging. You're the only one with the shovel, though.
I might be.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take the shovel and start digging.
It's fine. It doesn't matter who digs. Still digging six graves or 5 graves is going to take a while.
It's gonna take a while. Yeah.
Did anyone investigate this guy?
No.
No,
want
no
to?
one did except Dobby.
I'll take a look.
I was okay.
I mean, I would have probably take off like anything that looks like
All right.
21.
not bearable and like just push it
On
aside.
that one, you find 4 gold, 15 silver, 27 copper, and a whetstone.
27 copper, 15 silver?
Yeah, 4 gold, 15 silver, 27 copper.
Nice.
I'm gonna
And a
poke at this
whetstone.
body.
Okay, go
A
ahead and make an
whetstone.
investigation.
I'll pass the whetstone to Cindric, because he probably uses those more than I would.
Oh, that's a 5.
Ouch.
Just again,
Wah,
this
wah.
just a mostly mangled body that's
I did
pretty torn
kinda-
apart.
Yeah, I
And-
did kind of slash
Well,
it
and
up
the
a little
ice
bit.
just
I'll
destroyed
give
him.
Cindric 2 the gold as well.
Okay.
Thank you. And I'll just drag this guy's body
Over?
off the road area to like the tree area.
Are you dragging it over to where they're digging the holes?
No, I'm just dragging it off the road.
Okay.
Over
so
to
you
the
just
tree
drag it
area.
over to the tree.
Yep.
We're just gonna dig some useless holes on the other side of the road.
I mean, if you guys want to bury things that attacked us, that's.
Yeah, like me and
I-
Cinder look at you like this is fucking
That's
weird.
fine.
man.
That's your choice. But
I just don't
doing
want
their
the
thing.
corpses on the road. That
Okay.
way they don't interfere with the flow of traffic.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you,
just
yeah,
because they did something terrible in their life doesn't mean they can't bring change in their death.
Well, they
All
will
right.
bring change. They'll
All
become
right, so-
fertilizer. They'll grow a tree.
Exactly.
so
Everybody's on this hippy dippy shit, man.
so you guys
All right.
are.
Oriana's just going to stay in the cart and play some music to give them something to listen to while they do this.
Okay. So for 5 holes. This takes a
gonna be a while,
while.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be like quite some time.
Might as well
Being-
set up camp at this point.
Yeah, I think this is going to take you hours. It's usually about 6 hours for an experienced gravedigger to dig a hole.
I mean, I'm not trying to make these like 6 feet deep.
I understand. So I mean, like even half the time.
Yeah.
That's for one hole. So you're looking at about, and I'll say with the smaller ones, maybe a bit less time. So say 3. You're looking at about 10 to 12 hours.
I mean, I can tell you from experience, the last time I tried to bury a small dog with a shovel, it took me about 30 minutes just to dig a sizable hole.
Yeah.
But these are not the size of a small dog.
Yeah.
Well, I was using the size as comparison.
I know, but they're
Goblins, but-
they're bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bugbears are even bigger than that.
I'll
Yeah,
say like
bugbears
even
are
if I cut it down, it's still gonna be like a sizable enough hole to like get them in and just pat the dirt over top of them. Even if it's a little like they're sticking out a little bit, you're still looking at like about 8 hours. For
They
all these
keep
bodies.
asking me why I burn bodies. It's so much easier.
So why you burn literally everything?
So
you
are
don't
you guys
like?
spending that time because it will become nighttime by the time you
We're gonna be camping with dead bodies. Like this is becoming a whole
Yeah,
thing.
this is. Y'all, I mean, I understand, but at the same time,
I'm not trying to camp near decomposing bodies.
I think-
yeah, I mean,
That might draw some extra attention.
I think if we just want to
Just
make
move them
sure-
over to the shade near the trees so the trees can eat the dead bodies. If you want to be all with nature and shit.
How about this? We know that there was one of them that ran off after what he saw we did to his friends. We could just literally pile them up in one place. Then, if his friends come back, they can do something with all the rest.
Oh, they'll probably eat them.
That strikes me as at least mildly racist, but fine. We don't have the kind of time to bury literally all of them. I mean, none
What
of
time
them
of day
take
is it?
really
that long.
don't.
it was about mid after. No, it was just it was probably like 2 in the afternoon when you because you had finished like you'd had a lunch break and you'd gone on the road for like another hour or two.
Yeah. This is going to take well into the night if we're going to do this now, and only one of us has a shovel, meaning it's one person digging all these things. If that's what you want to do, then fine, but this will take the entire day.
And then we're going to have to camp next to it.
Right.
Well, you could move like down the road a
Yeah,
bit.
you all could move up forward. Again, I'd be fine with doing this by myself. If that's, I understand it's not y'all prerogative to do so.
I don't think we're gonna talk him out of it, y'all.
Alright, I
Oh,
guess we're
looks like
setting
we
up
set up camp.
camp.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
set up
well,
camp down that way.
Okay, so you guys move. You guys take the cart
I
and
say
move
we
it.
at least go like over here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
Back,
just
let's
a little
back
ways
off this
down the
mount.
road.
Yeah, you guys move. How far down the road do you want to move?
Far enough we can still see him, and in case anything else comes up.
Okay, yeah. You move
Yeah.
like, I'll say maybe like 120 feet.
Yeah,
like
there you
down
go.
the road. You find like another little like copse of trees, and you begin setting up your tents.
Okay.
And kind of you pull your cart off to the side of the road, and Baltaim, you're just digging away.
I'm digging. Yep.
Okay.
I'm the holes kid.
All right.
I have a question, since either way it seems this is going to be what's just going to be the rest of our day. If I cast spiritual weapon and made it into a gigantic shovel, could I use that within a minute to maybe like either
you could
dig
help.
entirely?
Yeah, 100% you could help.
Okay, because I got it for a minute. I figure if it's huge enough.
Oh,
I
a
can
minute.
probably-
Yeah, because that only lasts a minute. But
Yeah,
for the minute, you could definitely. It doesn't make it like huge. It's a spiritual weapon. It still takes up like a 5-foot space. It doesn't become a large weapon. It just does more
Right.
damage. But you could make it into a shovel that can then be digging for a minute. Like, just because in other games other people make the weapon larger for flavor doesn't mean the weapon is actually like, because I cast it at level 6, it becomes the size of the world. No.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know what good a minute of that would do. So.
Yeah. It's generally more of like in battle.
Right.
More of like what you would use it for. Less for utility.
Yeah. Then if it's just a regular size shovel for about a minute, then it wouldn't really do much good. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you guys set up, and about 8 o'clock at night, ball time, you finish the digging. You manage to put the bodies in the various holes that you've created and cover them over with the dirt that has been left from the holes. And you end up making your way over to your group and the camp that they've set up.
So I imagine I feel like shit.
Yeah. You probably have a point of exhaustion at this point.
Okay.
But you kind of come back and you're just kind of ready to pass out. So Baltaim comes back to the group and just gives you your shovel, I assume, Quinn.
Yeah.
And then heads into the tent and goes to sleep.
While he was doing all this, I'll just be reading from my new book.
Okay. Yeah, from what from the basis of what you gather the book is about, it just explains just sort of the layout of the Free Kingdoms and the fact that it's not a nation in the sense of like Veladon or Atril or Seratan or any of the other nations that kind of have like a governing body over sort of the larger landmass. It's sort of like each town and city has their own sort of government and keeps themselves sort of separate from the other towns, and it's like never the twain shall meet. And if they need to do sort of trade, it's like each city is its own nation almost, and so they trade between each other in that respect. Avonhurst is like separate from everything, and is kind of just they kind of keep to themselves. They are the religious center of the Free Kingdoms, but generally don't it's mostly the clergy that of the various temples that sort of makes the like laws of that city and that area, which is then even further takes directions from Avonhurst Rise, which is sort of the pilgrimage and the temple that is actually built into the mountain itself, and those that actually can make it through the trials of the mountain then meet with the heads of sort of that temple, which then also sort of disseminates the laws of the land there. The people are like a more warrior-based people of Avonhurst, and tend to be like battle ready and battle hardened, just because they are kind of like the people of the creator gods. And you do learn Velheim, way back in history, is said to be where blood magic originated. And that's about what you get from reading the book, and then you just get various updates about like Dehana was a town built on mines. Metron is just like a nice city based with a lot of vegetation and flower, like very nature-esque. And you learned that the wildlands to the east of the Free Kingdoms is just uncharted territory that houses all manner of beast and creature that generally, if you travel there, it's of your own volition, and there's a chance you may not come back, and that's why that area hasn't really been settled. Yeah, that's what you get.
Alrighty.
Cool. Are any of you guys doing anything while all the digging is happening, or are you just chilling?
I'm gonna sit and write in my journal and sketch the bugbears and the goblins.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for maybe like some rabbit or something like that and try to do a little hunting with my javelin.
Okay.
Ooh.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
So that's a 9.
Okay. You try to find like various game that you might be able to catch. But as you sort of move about in the grasses, every time you think you might catch sight of something, you make too much noise and you hear as it skitters away, and you're just unable to
tracks.
You're just unable to catch anything, and you just think, why couldn't this be as easy as fishing? I just have to throw the line and wait.
If that's the case, I'm just gonna go sit by the cart and enjoy some wine.
Okay, yeah, you sit near your campsite area, and are you tapping the keg?
Yeah, I mean,
how are you doing it?
Yeah, well, does it have oh good lord, I'm gonna say this on stream. Does it have a bung?
I mean, it won't have the like. It'll have the ability to like place a tap in it, but it won't have like, you don't have the actual tap for it. But what it does have is you can actually pry off the top of it to actually like scoop the wine out.
So it's not like a sealed barrel with a
no,
bung
it's not
on
a fully it's not a fully sealed barrel like a normal cask. You assume that Randall did that knowing that you guys weren't like a tavern and that you were going to be on the road, but you also do know that he sealed it in a way that like once the seal is broken, you know that like you can close it again, but it's not going to be it's like undoing like a bottle of something or like, you know, a jug of milk or whatever. Once you break the cap, like you can reseal it and it'll stay good, but its shelf life will have a lesser time than
and he said about a month, so I mean,
so
plenty of time.
So you open it and scoop some out and begin drinking some of your wine.
Yeah, I'll probably just use like the little cup that comes with the mess kit and
Yep, no problem. All right. Anyone else doing anything while you're spending this like 8 hours, or at least probably like 6 hours of daylight, five hours of daylight?
Dobby is gonna do some of his shadow arts, do a quick dark vision, and just like stealth around just to make sure there's no sign of anyone trying to creep up.
Oh, once it gets dark, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception.
That's a nat 20.
All right. Yeah, you sneak around the area, and you, with the help of the dark vision that you're able to use your key to imbue yourself with, you don't see anything that screams at you danger. It seems like whatever display you put on likely scared anything that might think to encroach upon you away from this area at this time.
Gotcha. Cool.
Anyone else?
I would be also just sort of sitting and writing in my book and just sort of maybe getting a little antsy about, stopping for literally half a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just say you guys, once ball time finishes, the night comes, you have your watches and everything like that, but everything goes by relatively quietly, and you manage to gather a long night's rest, ready to hit the road again in the morning to continue your journey down towards Dahana. And I think that is where we will end tonight's session.
Cool.
All right.
Dope.
So, thanks everyone for watching. We appreciate you sticking with us. I saw someone asked in the chat what happened with the eye patch. I assume you're talking about me. I explained it earlier. I have a bad eye infection. I don't know how I got it, but don't rub your eyes, kids. And it looks pretty terrible, and I just didn't want to be on stream looking like someone had gouged out my face. So I just put a patch over top of it, but I can see out of it and everything like that. Although it's been awkward this stream, trying to see things, because having no depth perception, it's weird, and I see white out of this side of my face. So but yeah, thanks guys for sticking with us. We appreciate you all watching, and we will be back again next week. Please, if you enjoyed the session, share with your fellow D&D lovers. The best way to help us indie streams grow is to spread the word, so we'd really appreciate it. And remember, folks, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Have a great Friday, make good choices, and we hope to see you back next week. See you later. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.